Hey everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver, 26-year veteran of this comic book industry that is in decline. We're watching it die a little bit more every single day. There's new evidence, more bad news every single day. No good news. Well, I mean, there's good news. There's Comicsgate. Comicsgate is always good news. But the mainstream comic book industry, it is a mess right now, everyone. And it is dying, as I said. And we're just watching, important pieces of our history, of the history of the comic book industry just bleeding off. And I got some really bad news. My little brother works for Mad Magazine. He just hit me up and let me know that Mad Magazine is dead. It is no longer going to be. It's no longer going to be creating and publishing new cartoons. Okay, so I guess we can be thankful in a way. There won't be any more Trump parodies. How lazy can you get? It's like, please. The world is a parody right now. Everybody's trying to do Mad Magazine. Everybody's trying to make that happen. In a way, it's nice that Mad Magazine is going to be forced to focus on old stuff. The Mad Magazine is still going to publish old work, from what I understand. Diablo AZ says, "Who's turning frogs gay?" I guess we all are. Logan Michael Anti-Funko Pop says, "I'm sadly not surprised. Mad has been crap lately." Okay, well, Mad Magazine has been around a long time. Why can't I get this microphone everywhere I want it to be? Can you guys hear me okay when the microphone's up here? Do I have to have the microphone like right in my face in order to sound okay? I wonder if I could just leave it up there and out of view. Most live streamers that I see have a microphone right in their face, and I feel like that's a thing. Like, that's important. Sounds okay? Diversity in Comics Bear says, "You nailed it with your tweet tonight. The cherries make unlimited demands of you. They're a bunch of disgruntled exes. Meanwhile, you've given the comic book industry nearly $1 million uppercut." Hey, we can all work together, or we can all fight. I'm not going to pick on fans. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll officially disavow everyone. Maybe I'll just I'll be like, look, I disavow and denounce everyone but myself. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. And that way you can say, why won't you disavow these people? And I'll say, I already did. I disavowed everyone. Does that make sense? All right, so let's look at this. Let's see how this started. We got the first inklings of this news earlier in the year when DC Comics started laying off a ton of people, and not the people that they should have laid off. Oh, okay. Not the people they should have laid off. They laid off other people. This is Bleeding Cool. Bill Morrison, no longer VP Executive Editor of DC Comics or Editor of Mad Magazine. This came out on February 4th, 2019. So this was a little while ago. And Bill Morrison, co-founder, creative director of Bongo Comics, along with Matt Groening and Steve Cindy Vance. When you think about Simpsons Comics, which I guess you used to do. Everyone used to think about Simpsons Comics. When you think about Simpsons Comics, then you could think about Bill Morrison. That was him. Tom P. says, Alfred E. Newman lives on, and presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg. Also, we hear you just fine. That's good. Thank you for that information. Andrew Westwater says, hello, EVS from early morning UK. Hello, UK. Yeah, what, me worry? He should, says Hallie Cantor. Yeah, everybody should be worried. Everybody associated with Mad Magazine should be worried at this point. Alfred E. Newman should be shitting himself. This is terrible news. It's awful. I mean, what can you do? Like, this is just another American institution, a unique American institution that everybody knows. Everybody knows Mad Magazine, and we couldn't keep it alive. We couldn't keep it alive. Even if people weren't reading it, even if people had grown out of it, we couldn't keep it alive and relevant for our kids. That is sad. That is sad. Otherberry says, gives me $2, says, yo, you check out my work yet, EVS? DMD. I did check out your work, Otherberry. Thank you for the email. I emailed you back and said, looks like you're having fun. How old are you? I wanted to see how old you were. DM says, Mad just signed a 50 PCT partnership with Nasser. Well, that's good. A 50. Yeah, okay. Well, you know, split it up. Nasser wants to know who wants to buy his half of Mad Magazine, but the other half isn't going to be there. That's the bad news. All right. So he became the editor of Mad Magazine in June 2017 after the retirement of 30-plus-year editor John Ficarra after publisher DC Comics moved their offices from Manhattan to Burbank. By the way, that move was pretty convenient. It was a good way to scrape off a lot of people. It's just like, yeah, rather than liquidate a lot of our employees, let's just kind of move, and then some people can't make it. Some people have to stay here. Hey, can we have a little money to move? We'd like to keep our job. We'd like to move from New York to, no, there's no money in the budget. You have to do it yourself. Oh, meanwhile, the people that they want to come, I'm sure, we're given money to move. The Ghost of a Flea says, in honor of the 4th, George Washington wants comics to continue SJW free. Well, last year we declared our independence, which was fun. Comicsgate declared our independence on the 4th of July. This year, yeah, we've got to continue SJW free. It's just, it's our job. Saggy Bones, thanks for $1.99. Appreciate you. Appreciate these super chats. Thank you, everyone. All right, so we go on here. Bleeding Cool has been informed that as of last week, Bill Morrison is no longer editor of Mad Magazine as part of the new layoffs at DC Comics, which included, Mark Chiarello, which was incredible. Mark Chiarello actually did make it over to LA. He came to LA. Art director at DC, invaluable, respected, appreciated by artists who work there. Great guy. Like, he would sit there. If you turned in a cover sketch, it would go through him, like a cover thumbnail, and he would fix it for you. He'd give you a better idea, which was appreciated. Gone, no longer necessary. And neither was Bill Morrison as part of this batch of new layoffs. It's almost as if DC Comics kind of knew this was coming. So Bill Morrison didn't respond. Of course not. He's miserable. He was fired. He was laid off. He was likely to have signed an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which means a zip it bub, as part of his redundancy package. Thank you, Alan Walker, for 99 cents. Appreciate you. As well as working on The Simpsons and Futurama, Bill Morrison also adapted the Beatles' Yellow Submarine into a graphic novel for Titan Comics. Whatever he does, he will have many fans following, of course. And they're trying to look, oh, man, Bill. Poor Bill. Poor Bill. All right, so this presaged what happened today. This started with a rumor. It's rumor time. Mad Magazine is reportedly shutting down publication of new material. That means it's going to stop. It's going to become a reprint thing. Which is, I don't know. Why do it? If you can't make it relevant and topical and current, why are we doing it? Why are we showing the old strips? Why are we reprinting the strips of Superman 3 from 1984? Why are we doing that? Yeah. Otherberry says, mix me up. I am at OtherberryMate on Twitter, and I'm 33. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. You might have confused me there, but I responded to your email. Sad news for the usual gang of idiots of all ages today, as murmurs have begun circulating on Twitter, suggesting that the venerable satire institution Mad Magazine is reportedly ceasing publication of new material and will instead simply reprint old material until its subscription obligations have been fulfilled. We're reaching out to Warner Media and DC Comics, which publishes the long-running comedy magazine, for comment. Meanwhile, the most cited piece of information about the change comes from a blog post citing an unnamed friend talking to one of the magazine's editors in a Facebook group, which is not great as far as confirmed sources go. However, there are strong indications that all is not right in the kingdom of Alfred E. Newman. The magazine's senior editor, Dan Telfer, also a contributor here at the AV Club, reported on Twitter earlier this week that he'd been laid off. So they fired Dan Telfer and a number of contributors, including artist Evan Dorkin of Milk and Cheese fame. Do you guys remember Milk and Cheese in the 90s? Dairy products gone bad. That was a great comic, man. I loved Evan Dorkin. Spy versus Spy. Everyone in the chat right now is remembering things that they loved about Mad Magazine. You know, K-Sis says Mad is printing old stuff because, you know, the kids love Love Boat spoofs. Yeah, they'll get that. They'll get that. All right. So Evan Dorkin, that's shocking. Artist and writer David DeGran have talked on social media today about receiving news that the magazine was shut down. And like I said, my brother works for Mad Magazine. Noah, he did. He was like a freelancer there. And yeah, he got the news. No more work. Evan Dorkin says, today won't end. Today won't end. Well, eventually it will. It's 11:53, Evan. 7 minutes. I'll give today 7 minutes to end. I ordered today to end in 7 minutes. Hold on, let me get a drink. Oh my God. Chuck Woolery's new game show is Guess How Many Vasectomies I've Had, and it sucks. Yeah. I don't want to win that game. I don't want to win that game. Mad gave me a lot of happiness as a reader in my childhood and as an obsessive cartoonist, poring over the work of Elder, Wood, Kurtzman, Aragones, Prohyas, Jaffe, etc., etc. I hope we provided some smiles to some readers of the past 12 years. Thanks to those who told us yes. Evan Dorkin also says it's wild that Al Jaffe outlasted Mad as a living entity. I wish that others were still here as well to raise a seltzer bottle. And I wish Mad would hire Jaffe to do the cover for the last original issue of the magazine because for all intents and purposes, Mad is folding. Hoo-ha. Get it? Mad Foldins. By the way, isn't it funny? We kind of just talked about this. We were talking about Mad Foldins together like 2 days ago. Vicious rumors making the rounds. And I do mean the thick, sticky kind. Mad may be done as we know it after issue number 10. Dave DeGrant says, can confirm. Spurred by the reports, social media has already begun to fill with reminiscences and favorite moments from the magazine's nearly 70-year tenure. And social media is right now. That's what they're doing. They're talking about all the stuff that they loved about Mad Magazine. And, you know, I wonder how much of it is Trump related. Could it possibly be that people are not buying Mad Magazine anymore? The sharp decline of Mad Magazine's subscription rate. Do they subscribe to it? Do people subscribe to Mad? I'd like to get Mad Magazine in the mail. I would. No, I changed my mind. I wouldn't. I don't, you know, this is the thing. I don't know if people, is this funny? It's Trump. Mad about Trump. Mad's Jared Kushner cover. Oh, Jared Kushner. Yeah, the kids love Jared Kushner. The 20 dumbest people, events, and things of 2015. It's Trump. He's got hair like Trump. How come he's not orange? Oh, he's orange here. Our Trump art gallery. Attack of the 20 dumbest. And it's Trump. Mad Magazine, Attack of the 20 Dumbest 2018. It's Trump being dumb. Look how dumb he is in his underpants, and he's fat, and his tie's too long. This is what it is. There's no such thing as real humor anymore. There's no such thing. And look, it's Trump, and he's... Yeah. Yeah, all of us working at Mad Magazine, we're not incredibly obsessed political weirdos who can't think of anything else to write or talk about other than Donald Trump. No. Kids love it. Mad Magazine is for like 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds. That's like the level of humor of Mad Magazine. Let's make fun of, yeah, the Russian conspiracy. Putin and Trump and Russia. That's what the kids like. I'm looking for Pokemon. I'm looking for, what are the kids like right now? I don't know. I don't know what the kids like. All I see is, yeah, Jared Kushner. stuff that from Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow. Yeah. So this might have something to do with it. I'm not really sure. I don't know. Mad Magazine to cease publication, says comic book /DC. /DC. And that's what's happening. DC is slashing forward, cutting off limbs. Dancing Mike says, good riddance since the whole Hate Trump special DC keeps pushing came out. I'm just enjoying some Schadenfreude right now. Yeah, a lot of people are. Oak 1971 says, let the past die, kill it if you have to. When you get these left-wing weirdos, when you allow them just free reign to talk about the things that they're obsessed with, you get garbage. You get pure 100% pablum. You get filth and garbage. And then your whole thing dies. Mad Magazine will cease publication later this year. Now it's kind of a certainty. The venerable humor magazine, which launched in 1952. Those 1950s issues of Mad Magazine are so good. They're so good. Like I used to read some reprints of them. I remember the Howdy Doody parody, and I didn't even know what Howdy Doody was when I read it. Now I do, but I didn't know then, and I thought it was funny. Everything about it was funny. Man of Action says, EVS, does that mean heavy metal is next? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. All of these comics, all of them are everything, all of the limbs of the tree are dying off right now. And you would say Vertigo Comics would be a limb of the tree. Mad Magazine would be another limb of the tree. Yeah, it's time to hack those off. It's time to fire people. It's time to shrink the line down. And you're watching DC do responsible things. I think Marvel just wants to I don't know what they want to do. I think they just want to explode. I don't think they want to try to survive. I don't think Marvel Comics is interested in doing surgery on itself and seeing if it can actually cut out the cancer or at least survive this. 1952. You go back and read those 1950s issues of Mad. They're good. All right, so it was relaunched in 2018, going bi-monthly in a move that many fans suspected spelled a short lifespan for the magazine. Like DC's 2018 Vertigo relaunch, it seemingly did not bring in enough interest or revenue to revitalize the flagging brand. And 2 years ago to the day, Mad hired Bongo Comics co-founder Bill Morrison as its new editor-in-chief, following the departure of veteran editor John Ficarra and other key members of his staff, who declined to make the cross-country trip from New York to Los Angeles. All right, so that was the whole scheme. Comicbook.com has reached out to DC Comics for comment, but has not, as of yet, received a response. With no comment from DC, even assuming the reports are true, it is not yet clear what, if any, plans DC and parent company Warner Brothers might have for the Mad brand, which has lent its name. All right, so what I'm hearing, though, is reprints. Honestly, I'm hearing reprints. I'm hearing they're going to take old stuff and they're going to reprint it, and they're going to try to sell that. They couldn't sell new stuff, but they're going to try to reprint old stuff and sell it to who? I don't know. Most people, you would think, already have all of these old issues of Mad Magazine. I don't know why they would reprint. I don't know why. This is tricky. Hold on. All right. This is for you, SJWs. You're killing the comic book industry. You're killing it. You're killing it. One thing at a time. One step at a time. So what are they saying on Twitter right now? Let's find out. I'm very sad to hear Mad Magazine is ceasing. By the way, ceasing, capitalized the C for Caesar, okay? For Caesar. Ceasing production. But all good things must eventually come to an end sometimes. You just wish I wasn't certain things. I do. I wish you weren't certain things. Honestly. So sad about Mad Magazine. I love the magazine, especially when I was a kid. Have you looked at it lately? This makes me so sad, but the truth is my son is too old for me to be stuffing a copy of Mad Magazine in his Christmas stocking anyway. It's just that I've been doing it for almost the last 20 years. I've always loved Al Jaffe's fold-ins. Me too. Hey, here's a mom, I think, who does this every year. Gives her son a copy of Mad Magazine. This is news for normal people. Mad Magazine is gone. It's gone. Yeah, I like the fold-ins. I like the fold-ins are a big influence on me. I'm gonna do some fold-ins in Cyberfrog. Like I can put like hidden messages. Like if you fold in the panel gutters, like and just so that it's nothing but a strip of the panel gutters, it'll say I don't know. It'll say Bitcoin is a scam or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm upset Mad Magazine is ending because Mad TV already ended. That's true. Mad TV was funny. Mad TV was way better. Mad TV was so much better than Saturday Night Live. That was consistently funny and like over the top. That was like edgelord humor. That was edgelord humor. They had I remember they had one skit where because everyone was angry that Elton John sang a song with Eminem and they were like, don't you understand? He's evil. How could you sing a song with him? So Mad TV did a whole thing where they did an entire album together with like with like Elton John teaming up with like the worst people on the face of the earth. And he did a duet with David Duke. And he was like, I guess that's why I don't like the Jews. I laughed my head off. That was hilarious. Mad TV was brilliant. This was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. They had Britney Spears. You can look this stuff up on YouTube. They had a great Britney Spears parody called Lick My Baby Back Behind. I'm pinching your face. No, Eyes of the Hydra. That was Kids in the Hall. Those Kids in the Hall. Yeah. Mad Magazine is shutting down, and so is my happiness. Good. Here you go. This guy makes some sense here. Donald Washington's like, all y'all sorry for Mad Magazine being discontinued. When was the last time you bought a copy? That's exactly right. All of this sorry for Mad Magazine being discontinued. When was the last time any of y'all bought a copy? Boy, buy. I don't know what that means. Boy, buy. You never bought Mad Magazine. You just want Mad Magazine to exist, but you're not supporting it. And because you're not supporting it and you're not making any demands of Mad Magazine, they're doing absolutely nothing except for Trump parodies. Mad Magazine dumps on Trump. Get it? His hair does this. Oh, you are a card, Mad Magazine. The usual gang of idiots. That used to be ironic. Oh, Mad Magazine is dead. How do I feel about this for real? How do I really feel about it? Well, I mean, again, I'm sad about anything comic book related coming to an end, except for the SJW dominance thereof. That I'm looking forward to. I will never stop until SJWs no longer control comics. How do I feel about Mad Magazine? I really like what Mad Magazine used to be. When I was a kid, when I was 11 or 12 years old, Mad Magazine was the hippest, coolest magazine. It was a little bit dirty. Like it was just, I remember it being a little bit like raw and like a little naughty. And you weren't supposed to be reading it. Like your parents would tell you it was garbage. That's garbage. And you would say, well, and you'd feel bad about it, but you'd still want to read Mad Magazine. My friends would buy it all the time. The fold-ins would always be done in the back. The back of the magazine always looked like an accordion, and it's just like, and the early stuff was legit good. I mean, they did a parody of What's My Line, I remember. Did I buy that? I might have a copy of that, like an old copy of Mad Magazine that I used to. It's a time capsule. I mean, those old issues are a time capsule of parody and satire of a culture that was rife for parody and satire by the right group of people. Nowadays, We don't have people like that anymore, man. We've got angry idiots. We've just got angry people who are just taking out. I don't know. Oh, we got 456 new results. The news has gotten out, I guess. Hold on a second. Oh, maybe now Mad Magazine can reinvent itself as a clickbait listicle site too, like Cracked. That would be good. Twitter limited me after DMing you. Never got a response. What? No, I emailed you. I'm pretty sure. Why are we still talking about that? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, Cracked actually turned into a pretty good website. You know. Wow. Trying to get Howard Stern involved. Howard Stern loved Mad Magazine too. But I don't know. I don't know if it's worth anything anymore. I don't know if this is worth anything. I don't know if this magazine actually deserves life at this point. You know, I don't know if it's worth it to keep this thing alive. Here we go. This is now ironic. The object of this game is to lose all your money. If you think that sounds ridiculous, just wait until you play. That's the comic book industry. After all, in what other game do you act like a rock? Take a trip to anywhere and roll the dice with your left hand. The rules, they're simple, really simple. In fact, they're so simple that if there's anything you don't understand, just put it to a vote and play according to the majority rule. All right, waka, waka, waka. Lose all your money. I don't know. Look, I mean, you know, the next thing that's going to happen, I guess, is Simpsons is going to die officially. How do you guys feel about this in the chat? Axis Delasel says SJWs are just the last nail in the coffin. Yeah. Mad could have spoofed Men in Black, Ghostbusters. Yeah, exactly. You know, Mad Magazine could be doing some real important work right now. Mad Magazine could actually be spoofing politically correct culture. You know, Mad Magazine could actually be doing something that people will think is funny, and they'll be like, "Oh my gosh, that is so irreverent. That is so irreverent of Mad Magazine." Antoine Dennison likes my hat. Thank you. A lot of people are saying I'm okay with it. Yeah, in a way, I guess it's time to move forward. You know, it's like it might be time to just move forward. These things just don't mean anything to kids anymore. It's just not the same. Oh, this is fantastic. Hold on. Open that in a new tab. By the way, somebody, you know, we talk. Is this racist? I don't know. Yes, it is. It is racist. We talk in Comicsgate a lot about this is kind of on the same subject of get woke, go broke, or something. We talk a lot in Comicsgate about like race swapping for comic book characters. And we don't like, I mean, it happens so often that, you know, each individual case is kind of like annoying. Like, why are you doing that? Like, why are you race swapping this character? Oh, for diversity reasons. Oh, okay. Well, you know, God bless diversity. But have you guys looked at like, have you guys seen like the whole spectacle of what it actually looks like? I mean, let me just show you. Somebody made this great meme of all of the examples, or at least some of the examples. Look at all this. Look at all this. Hold on a second. So we've got Little Orphan Annie. I can't. I forgot about that one. Well, everyone's being race swapped. Everyone goes from white, I guess, whatever this is, orange, to black, orange, you know. We got Little Orphan Annie is black. But yeah, a bunch of redheads. You're right. Why are they all redheads that are redheaded white people that are being turned into black people? What is going on? Let's look at this. So this has got to be Starfire, right? And this is the Teen Titans Starfire. Am I correct? You guys in the chat? I mean, that is unbelievable. It's never black to white. How could it be black to white? Like all of the characters that are black already, like the whole point of them is that they're black. Like the people who created black characters are all white liberals who deliberately like, okay, I'm going to create a black character and I got to put black in their name somewhere. Black Lightning. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Black Lightning. Gotta mention it too. There's a great like Mego commercial for like all of the Mego dolls, and it's just like they're introducing all the Mego superheroes, and they're like Mr. Fantastic, able to stretch his body, the Human Torch, a flaming inferno of a human being, and then they go the Falcon, that great black superhero. It's just like white. I don't know what's going on with these liberals, but it's enough already. All right, so we've got the Teen Titans version. Down Forward Punch says the end of Mad is kind of a bummer. Last remnant of DC Comics. Yeah, I know. Oh, this is Iris West. Okay, that's Iris West from the Flash TV show. Thank you. Jimmy Olsen. Of course. Gimp Rider says Iris West on TV's Flash. Okay, but I mean, you know, obviously we're gonna have to get to Starfire, aren't we? Manic Boy Production says, you're right, EBS. Modern Mad should have parodied everything. Both sides, not just Trump. Satire is a really important social commentary. FSJWs. Vermilion Mage says, die, Mad Magazine. Die, you cucks. Yeah. All right, let's keep going here. Now, who is this character? This character is... Who is this character? Oh, my goodness. This is from, what's her name? She-Ra, Princess of Power. Okay. This is the one male character, I guess, from She-Ra, Princess of Power. I think they turned him into a black lesbian. I think. I'm pretty sure this is a female, but I'm confused, to be honest with you. Not really sure at this point. Mattaween says, does JJ have another dorky kid he can send out to save Matt? Oh, it's Bo. His name's Bo. You guys are going to help me with some of these. Some of these I'm going to need help with, okay? Merbley says his name is Soy. My name is Soy. Oh my God, April O'Neil is black now. April O'Neil from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is black. I'm going to make Heather Swain black. I've changed my mind. I might as well go along with this. All right, Otherberry again. Just do me a small favor. Check your DMs on Twitter. Okay, Otherberry, thank you. I'm doing a live stream though. I'll get to it. I promise you. I'll see it and I'll respond to you. April O'Neil is now black. What is this? Who are these characters here? This is so funny. Oh my God. There's more. We're going to do this side too. Don't look at this side. Don't look at the right-hand side. We'll get to that individually. We're doing them one at a time. Right now, we're sticking to the left. No, we're doing it. We're doing it. Who are these characters? Oh, people are saying, no, don't do it to Heather. Maybe I will. Why not? People will think I'm woke. Madeline says, quick, someone check on Archie. Why are they doing this? Look, and the thing about it is that what you need to understand is that this is all being done by white men. This is all being done by white soy boys. Almost all of it. All of it. I mean, it's, we need diversity. I'm going to change. You don't want to create something new. You want to change something. Downshift says, Heather's not a redhead, can't be black. Sorry. That is true. That's true. Fair enough. All right. Another redhead. What the hell is going on? Why is this redheaded conspiracy? This is bizarre. Wait, have we hit? They're all redheads. They're all redheads. Little Mermaid is black now. I don't know who this is still. I don't know who this is. You guys didn't help me with that. Isaac from Castlevania? What? No. Inversion says, what do they have against redheads? I don't know if they have something against redheads, but they're getting rid of them. It's the Irish. Redheaded people are mostly Irish. Do they have something against the Irish? Is there Irish marginalization? I think there might be. This is deeply disturbing. All right, let's go up to the top. Right here, who is this? Who's this guy? And then who's this? They're all redheads. Barbara Gordon, too. This is insane. This is insane. Why? Why are all these redheads? Why are all the Irish being turned into black people? What is going on? Chris Williams says, hi, Ethan. I have a comic. Can you give a shout out to Read Comics? They're bad for you. My YouTube channel, there's misspelled to make it easier to find. Okay, Chris. Why is this happening? That's Wally West up here. Okay. And then this right here, I'm not sure who this is either. This looks like this person. Why is this happening? Barbara Gordon, Lego Barbara Gordon is black. Lego my Barbara Gordon. What on earth? All right, so this is Iris West too, these two? Okay. They doubled up. That's not fair. Two different instances. Who's this? Is that Starfire from Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends? This is a whole other list, and I think it's some of the same people on here. This is Jimmy Olsen. This dude, Jimmy Olsen. I don't understand there's like a deep mental illness going on in pop culture. It's deeply mentally ill, and it's clear. It's clear as day. This is proof that all redheads are being turned into black people. Dancing Mike says, Kristoff from Frozen is black on Broadway. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I don't think you're kidding me. Oh, this is Mary Jane? This is Mary Jane? Okay, so Mary Jane is black. And again, Jimmy Olsen, I believe, also black. I don't know who this is either. Some of these characters, I don't even know who they are. Hawk Girl. Hawk Girl is black. That's the new Mary Jane. Oh, this is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Look at this. Down here, here's Wally West, drawn by me, by the way. This is my artwork. Did you guys know that? Some of you don't know that I am also a comic book artist. Just a little bit, like part-time. Mostly a YouTuber. I introduce myself as a YouTuber. I like to be a YouTuber. Wally West is now black. Little Kid Flash, Wally West. Gimp Rider 66 says Wally West equals Kid Flash, Barry's bro-in-law on TV. Yeah. Now, who is this? That's not Mary Jane, is it? No. Max Attack says the next Jean Grey will be black. That only makes sense. That's where we're going. That's where we're going from here. Oh my God. Something is deeply, deeply wrong. It's a Hellboy character. This is a character from Hellboy who was a white redhead and is now also a black woman. All right. I just want to point it out. It's happening. It's happening all. Sean Tillman goes, it's Black Irish, bro. Black Irish. Yeah, that brings new meaning to that phrase. God, that's weird. Tempo 75 says Ronald McDonald is next. I have a theory about that. You know, I honestly, let me see. No, I was 100% right about it. I knew I was right. You know who played Ronald McDonald? Al Roker. Al Roker played Ronald McDonald. Al Roker, a man who told a story about shitting his pants in the White House once. That was disturbing. We went through that article. Manic Boy Production says AMC's Preacher's Tulip isn't on this list. Well, add it to the list. Add it to the list. What can I do? I'm only dealing with the information I have in front of me, and it's it's weird. Again, it's weird. Like, it's not just they're replacing just random white people. It's all like white people with red hair. Some of you are not going to be able to sleep tonight. Timecode Mechanics, who is black, says all your redheads belong to us. Hey, Nathan, figure this out for me. Evil Black Cat says the next Ethan Van Sciver will be black. I'm not a redhead. I wouldn't mind being black, though. Yana Hill says, Ethan, redheads are only 2% of the population, while black people are 12%. They are oppressing a real minority. All right, I don't want to get into that too much today about oppressing minorities. I don't want to talk about who's more marginalized at this point. David Tay says Wendy's girl is next. No. Why are they doing this? Red Sonja is definitely next, though. I'm going to talk to Nick Barucci over at Dynamite, see if we can get that happening. That would be good. I would approve of that. How's the chat doing tonight? Is Cyberfrog a redhead? No, not really. The Ginger Conspiracy. Soy-based Jeremy says, does that mean my cat is racist? Yes. I could have told you that. Will Michael Jackson 2 be black? I don't know. I'm not sure. People are thinking that Leslie Jones could be the next Wendy's girl. I don't know. Maybe. It's possible. Possible. So another devastating hit piece about Comicsgate in the news yesterday. Devastating hit piece. Link for Cecil. Cecil, do you want to come in here? Are you even in the chat? I would invite Cecil in. I don't know. Yeah. Well, Francis Murday says some frogs can change color, so maybe Cyberfrog could be a redhead sometimes. He doesn't have any hair, though. Like, he doesn't have any hair. How could he be a redhead? He has no hair on his head. You guys you're not even thinking tonight. You're not even thinking clearly. All right, let me read this article to you. Devastating hit piece on Comicsgate. Mentions me. Mentions John Malin. Mentions Doug TenNapel. Mentions others. Fails to mention Mike S. Miller. From Standpoint, comics plight, no laughing matter. You guys love it when I read articles too. Just close your eyes, go to sleep. If you need a pillow, do you need like I don't know, drink of water, warm milk, foot rub, tongue bath? Just settle down, and I'm going to read you a story. Saggy Bone says the next Hell Priest will be black. Yes. Inevitably. And Zach better do it too. Thank you for being a friend. All right, comics play no laughing matter. An iconic art form, American art form. By the way, there are only two American art forms, really, uniquely American. Jazz and comic books. We invented these. Americans invented these. Some people say, yeah, what about the ancient Egyptians? Fuck the ancient Egyptians. We invented comic books here in America. Hieroglyphics were not comics. Unhinged Crank says, cream pie EBS? No, thank you. Hieroglyphics were not comics. They were a method of communication. They were a language. They were a written language. Sick of it. Egypt. take your pyramids and cram them up your ass. You know, ancient cultures, Egyptians were the worst. Very presumptuous. All right, but anyway, this is the thing. An American art form, an iconic one, is in crisis thanks to new writers pushing politically correct storylines. Matt Joseph says, Ethan, check out Daphne and Velma movie. Sounds like porn. It sounds like porn. Soy-based Jeremy says, Ethan would be cool to smoke weed with. I mean, would you want to smoke weed with your dad? I mean, that would basically be what it was like. Smoking weed with me would be like smoking weed with your old man. Unhinged Crank says it's from Antoine. What is? What's from Antoine? Oh, cream pie. No, thank you. That makes it even worse. That makes it even less desirable. Goodness sakes. Yeah, some people are saying I would do it. I would do it. Cyborg Valkyrie says Cecil has been asking for a link for 15 minutes. That long. You guys. All right, let me give Cecil the link. Should I give other people the link? Should I give? Let me see who's in here. Indie Visualist says, I got it. When you feed it ginger soy in the SJW universe, they turn black. I blame Monkey McBean and the Sneetches. Sneetches were idiots. They have stars on their bellies. It's cancer, you dummies. Those stars are cancer. Don't be too proud. All right, Cecil, it's coming. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. There you go, Cecil. All right. It's long way to go for a camel. Hello.
Hello.
I beat you to it.
You did.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I've been drinking hard tonight. I've been drinking since like 6 o'clock.
Is that right?
I have. But I'm good. It's good. I'm going till Sunday night. I'm going strong. I was just at a birthday. I was on a boat and then I went to a birthday party at some rich lady's house. But Kelsey Shannon wants on. Can I send him the link?
Sure.
Okay.
Cecil, somebody in the chat, like, you've been watching me, right? Did you see my redheads?
I came in about 5 minutes ago. I didn't see everything. I'm not going to. What'd you say? Give me a wrap.
No, somebody in the chat did. I'm not going to repeat it, but it was an edgelord joke, a supreme joke. I mean, like, really, like, oh, that's smart. That's smart, but it's racist and awful. And I'm not going to repeat it, Cecil.
Was it a joke I made?
No.
What was it about?
For once, it was a racist joke that you didn't make.
I made a joke, and I didn't know if it was racist or not.
What was your joke?
My joke was about the new Little Mermaid thing. I said, just make her from Atlanta, not Atlantis. Is that racist? I thought it was just kind of clever. I don't think it's racist. Okay, good. Because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I thought it was I was being silly. But if I hurt them,
I'm a good judge of what's racist and what isn't, and I'm going to tell you.
Was that racist?
No,
I didn't have hate in my heart when I said it.
Unhinged Crank says, "Does Vanilla Ice know you stole his jacket?" D&D says Cecil became a Republican today on his stream. What is that about?
Sort of. I had it. I'm done with Democrats. I'm not a Republican, but I may be a Trump protest vote. But I'm in Nassau County. It means nothing. But the Antifa video and the flag thing with Kaepernick and just all the anti-free speech thing, I'm disgusted with my party. So I will vote for Trump, even though I'm not a big Trump guy.
Let's make America great again, Cecil.
Well, I'm not a big Trump guy, but me and him we hate the same people at this point. I hate what we've become on the left. We're not for free speech. if I may get real for a moment, I really, as a kid, I loved the story of the Illinois Nazis and the ACLU defending their right to march, and it was a bunch of Jewish guys, and they said, well, if these guys have the right to speak, the worst people I could think of, if they have the right to speech, then I have nothing to worry about. I'll always have. And it was that type of thing. And a few weeks ago, Ricky Gervais sent a tweet out that said, unless you are fighting for people, the right for people to speak that you literally hate, you're not for free speech. Free speech is fighting for the right of people that you hate what they're saying.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
do that every night here on.
Yeah, no, I just I'm not a I wouldn't call, I'm still very liberal, obviously, but I don't identify with the Democrat Party anymore. I just don't anymore. And it was the Antifa thing where they beat that journalist up this week, and I just was sick by it. And I'm just I think I'm done with Democrats.
Well, it's about time because they're idiots. And well, not I don't want to make a sweeping statement like that. Again, that's not what this channel's for. But that's good. That's good that you've arrived at a new consciousness, higher consciousness, galaxy brained, I would say. GimPrider66 says, really glad you moved your mic. It looked soy. Do I sound as good? Do I sound normal?
No, you look as good as you sound, for sure.
Good. That's I'll take that as a compliment.
I knew you would.
Intentionally force that as a compliment.
I knew you would.
Mr. Kirk says, if they turned you black, Ethan, the Twitter trolls to bother you would have to rethink things. Yeah, I know they would. It wouldn't be about, like, do we like Ethan now? It would be like, maybe the SJWs suddenly hate black people because Ethan's black. Oh, if you threw a party and invited everyone you knew, Cecil, you would see the biggest gift would be from me.
Would it be like a Death Star that someone sent you that you couldn't open?
Yeah, that's over there. I got a Death Star Lego set. I'm saving it for a rainy day, and it's rained all summer. I don't know when I'm going to get to it.
Yeah, I think you would regift it to me and go, the biggest gift is from me. And
I'm not giving that to you. That's like, that thing was like $400, Cecil. That's a huge Lego Death Star.
I'm making a human centipede. I just want to let that.
I'll trade you.
No, what I'm going to do, I'm making a human centipede Mego doll because I'm collecting the horror, the new horror figures from Mego are really good. I have Bela Lugosi, Lon Chaney, who the fuck was Frankenstein? Who? That limey cocksucker could suck my dick. What's his name? The fucking who played the Frankenstein? Karloff.
Oh.
Yeah, I got Mego is doing the whole line of Bela Lugosi, Karloff, Lon Chaney, and then I was wondering why they never did a human centipede line. So I'm gonna build my own. I'm gonna use Sulu, Alyssa Milano from Charmed, and Joe from Facts of Life, and I'm building a human centipede. But I'm also asking my viewers to send in to my PO box more figures of Mego, and I will make a very long human centipede, and then I will give it away as a gift to one of the viewers. I wanted to class up my channel. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I'm tired of being in the gutter.
And Massive, thanks for 99 cents. Appreciate it. SV says, EVS, you look and you sound great. See that, Cecil?
Yeah.
That's honesty.
Isn't that what I told you before?
Yeah, kind of. I think so. Shay Zombie says, Ethan, any chance we can get Extractors on soon? Extractors looks like a cool book. Go back Extractors on Indiegogo. What do you think of that, Cecil? Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's
that's a story about a group of dentists, right?
Like tooth extractors.
Yeah. If memory serves.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to Cecil, don't call my bluff because I haven't read it. So I'm just gonna go along with you.
Yeah. It's a dental hygienist with superpowers. It's a pretty decent concept, I think.
It sounds good to me. And yeah, back extractors on Indiegogo. Cecil recommends it highly.
What are you wearing? Are you wearing some sort of vest or something? What is this?
No, it's just a it's a windbreaker over my Solo t-shirt.
What are you, Slavic?
Does it look Slavic?
Yeah, you
I
got.
could be like driving a small car or a Vespa.
Are you wearing Adidas
Greece?
right now?
Huh?
Are you wearing Adidas?
No, on my feet. No. Hold on. I'm wearing Nikes.
That was another part of my transition out of the Democrat, was the whole fucking Betsy Ross flag thing. I mean, everything. I mean, my God, the Democrats are going to be burning the flag during 4th of July weekend. It's retarded. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, I don't even think about it. I told Andrea, I'm not thinking about politics until like 3 months before the election. And then I'm going to be like, I'll wear my Make America Great hat. I'll be excited about it. I'll watch Fox News for 3 months. To me, from now on, politics are going to be like Christmas. It's a holiday. Christmas is great. It's cool. I have my feelings about Christmas. But I don't start celebrating Christmas until 3 months before Christmas. And that's when, I start thinking about Christmas and doing stuff about Christmas. And it's
Wait, you start celebrating Christmas 3 months before Christmas?
Yes. That's when that's when all the stores do, so when the stores put out their stuff in August, I do the same thing. We flock the tree.
Do I sound sad? Thomas Stanfield said, Cecil, you sound sad. Is everything okay? No, I'm very drunk, but I'm quite happy.
Okay, good. I'm happy too when I'm drunk. I had 2 beers today. Took Andrea out to Chicky and Pete's for lunch. Took everybody out for Chicky and Pete's. Actually, it was dinner. It was like 4 or 5 o'clock. Hunter was there. Ava, Kaylee. Went to Chicky and Pete's. I had 2 big beers. They were fantastic with a big bowl of crab legs. And it was awesome.
Did you make your son drive you home?
No, I drove. 2 beers doesn't do nothing to me. And, I had a full stomach of crab. So I was just fine. Marvelous.
What are you clocking in at now? I know you got a 36-inch waist, but still 2 beers.
Cecil, why do you think I'm heavier than I am? It's clear that I'm not. It's clear when I say 36, I should be a 32 waist. That's what I should be.
We're not talking about should be. You're telling me right now.
No. When I say that I'm 36, you act like I'm bragging about being skinny. I should be a 32, perhaps a 30 waist if I were a soy boy. But 32 is my natural waist size, and I'm a 36. And I say that to my shame, and you go, "You're like a 58." What are you, crazy? You can see me, Cecil. I'm right here. I'm not that big. 36, but to be fair,
sorry, snorting.
I do. I snort all the time when I laugh now because of the show. To be fair, when it's 36, it's not 36. It's 36 regular. Now, if I get 36 slim, it starts to look like tights. I start to look like I'm in Motley Crue. Okay, so 36 regular or loose or relaxed. Or 52 slim. Could you imagine? I wonder if they make 52 slim cut. All right. Cecil knows because Cecil's where I'm at.
I'm massive.
Tempo 75 says this conversation is not masculine. What do you want?
It's not. It's my fault. I'm sorry. I brought. We're talking waist size. It's not. But honestly, I remember I was 32. I was a runner, and then I got to 34, and it wasn't so bad. And then I got to 36, and that was like, oh, that's a little fucked up. And then I got to 38, and I was like, we got to pull the brakes on this shit.
Yeah, 38 is when. No, you know what it is. Here's when it's bad because you can buy 38 jeans at like Guess or Express at the mall. What's bad is when you go into a store like Express and go, do you have clothes that fit me? And they look at you and go, hold on, don't laugh because you didn't see my face. They go like this. They go, try Lane Bryant. You're like, that's for women. And you're like, they have muumuus. You know, it's like that's when it's bad, and that's when you're 40. When you're a 40 waist and up, people see you coming when you come into these stores, and they go,
Yeah, well, but you're actually taller than me. I only have like a 23-inch length and a 42-inch waist, so it's very embarrassing for me.
yeah, I'm 6 foot.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 6 foot, but it's all, I'm telling you, it's all in the front. But you know what? Tony Soprano is my hero. I walk around the house, at this point, just in swim trunks and a chain, and
Yeah.
I'm fat and everything. I don't care. I go in the pool with a cigar.
And while you're doing that, where does Andrea go to cry?
She's out there with me. She loves it.
Good.
She loves it. She's a good woman. Andrea is a good Italian woman.
Mamma mia.
She is. She's like, my place is with you. She's good. I have no complaints about Andrea. She has zero complaints about me.
I feel like that every girl I meet is playing the long game. They're like, he's got 3 years tops, and then I get everything.
And then you get with yeah. No, Andrea doesn't want that. Andrea has nightmares about me dying. Like me dying? No. She's like, what would I do? Where would I be?
Right. Me? Yeah, I had a girlfriend. I lost a girlfriend once because we were at like a counselor once, and they said, would you die for her? And I said, no, she couldn't live without me. Of course, I'd let her die first.
Yeah.
But then that was the end of it.
I got, look, I'm going to live to be 70. That's what I've decided.
70 is good.
Yeah, 70s. That's what I want. I don't want to be 71, and I don't want to. I'm afraid at some point. I don't know what's the age that you start messing yourself and you need help. Because I'll probably get to 70 and realize it's not so bad.
That varies. For me, it was 35.
Yeah.
Yeah,
70 is good for me. I don't think I need to be older than that, and I don't think anybody needs me on this planet longer than that, which gives me a good 25 years.
No, you've got stories to tell. You're a storyteller. You can 70 is too young for you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe 80.
Storyteller. You've got Listen, you hit your stride in your mid 40s. You're a lot like Stan Lee. Your story is matching up quite well. You spent your years drawing when you had a voice, and now that YouTube, you're like a radio host.
Yeah, they tried to suppress me. They said, Ethan,
shush,
hush now.
Shush.
Yeah, voices carry, they said.
Yeah. Amy Mann.
Yeah, and I did. I was quiet. When I was on panels with DC Comics, they tried to shut me up. Like they'd have me. The worst thing was having me on the panel, but then just being like,
who were you on the panel with?
I was on a panel with Gail Simone.
And now, if you were on a panel with her, you'd be like, "Excuse me, but shut the fuck up. Let me talk." Yeah.
For real. Here's the thing. Talking is a skill. Like people don't know how to talk. Some of these guys get, they're on the panel and they get asked a question and they're just like, well, I was really excited to get this job because, it's always been my dream to draw ROM Space Knight. And I was really.
Whose dream was it to draw ROM Space Knight?
Whoever gets it. It's always somebody's dream to do something. I've been reading US1 Trucker since 1982 when I was really looking forward to this. Is an honor, and I'm really excited to be sitting here working with random, super talent boy over here, and hooray! We're gonna go for 4 issues. It's gonna get canceled and disgrace. But for now, really excited. And then so anyway, that's that's how people who don't know how to talk end a sentence. So So anyway, yeah.
The only Marvel comics I read in the 80s were Team USA, ROM Space Knight, and US1 Truckers. And I think I pretty much captured the 80s for Marvel.
By the way, people are saying that Gail Simone posed for the Marvel Zombies promo piece that's out right now. And I yelled about this for hours yesterday. I was like, what is this? Like, I was so angry at the Marvel Zombies promo piece that they just put out. Oh, it does. It is. Okay. All right. Look, I find this to be despicable. Hold on, let me blow this up. And I yelled and I was like, stop. And I think I said something about disabled people, which wasn't nice. I take that back.
Yeah.
All right. So people are saying that Gail Simone posed for this Wolverine. Let me just show you, Cecil. Can you see the screen? I mean,
I can see.
All right, here it is. So this is the Marvel Zombies promo piece, and I'm sorry, I don't care what kind of zombie plague you don't. This is not Wolverine. This is a big fat feminist weirdo.
Look, that is Gail Simone when they're announcing wedding cake is being served.
What is this? What are these lips? This is the banjo dude from Deliverance.
Here's what bugs me about the whole zombie thing. Is the only two guys that should be alive fighting the zombie plague are Deadpool and Wolverine, because they any kind of those plague things would not affect the two of them. And also, what's the point of making him a zombie? Deadpool already looks like a zombie, like he's already fucked up.
Yeah, like he looks better here than he would look. What are these big pink Mick Jagger lips? What are you doing? What are you doing, Marvel?
Why does Captain America look like John Candy?
Yeah.
What is going on back there?
No, Wolverine does. This is, and the little tiny, if you look at it, by the way, this is a terrible shot of it. And you know why? Because when I searched for it, I put Marvel Zombie and not Marvel Zombies. So let's try again. See if we get a better image of this. Because I could yell about this all day long. Look at this. There it is. Look at the little bit of stubble. This looks like my son right now.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm growing a beard, Dad. I'm like, you're not. You look like Shaggy Doo. Is it Shaggy Doo? No, Shaggy. Just Shaggy.
Just Shaggy.
Shaggy Doo is a Rasta fairy.
No, Scooby Doo and Shaggy. No, Scrappy Doo was that little shitty Scooby. But you know what?
But Cecil, don't argue with me. Hold on a second.
I'm saying Shaggy Doo is Doo. We need a Shaggy Doo, which would be a miniature Shaggy.
What Shaggy Doo? Oh, I see. Maybe you're right. Who's the Rastafarian that does remixes over everybody? His name is it's just Shaggy. His name's just Shaggy.
Yeah, just Shaggy.
All right. For some reason I thought it was Shaggy Doo. All right. So and I told you not to argue with me. I'll never say that again. By the way, look, Kevin Smith just subscribed to me on YouTube.
Is that right?
I just got a notification. All right, look at this. Cecil, look at the little tiny fine hairs on Wolverine's chin here, but nowhere else.
No, Wolverine. Listen, I'm barely a man, and I grow a beard in 30 seconds. Wolverine would have a full 5 o'clock shadow as a zombie.
This is infuriating. This piece of art really bothers me. And what really bothers me, even the dead will walk again. Marvel Zombies. God, you're only doing this because the DC Comics deceased. That's the only reason you're doing this, because deceased ripped you off, and now you're like, we're going to go rip ourselves off again. Because our big announcement was we kind of just bent over for J.J. Abrams and hired his unqualified son, his hellish drop. Is that impolite to call someone's child a hellish drop?
No, I think that's fair.
You understand what I'm saying when I say drop, like it fell out of, like this person fell out of their mother,
right,
in a heap on the ground.
I watched somebody put up a video of a stork throwing out. It only had 2 chicks in its nest, and like they put up a camera in a nest, and then it got up and just threw one of them out, like 40 feet out of the fucking thing, killed it.
Wow,
rough.
That life is rough. You got to be prepared for that.
Stork life.
Hardcore. All right, so let me read this article. I was going to read this article, and then you interrupted me, and then other people say, "Can Kelsey Shannon come?"
I'm gonna shut my fucking yap for a minute.
Cecil, where's Kelsey? Why didn't he come in here?
He texted me a few minutes ago. Do you want to do a thing? I'm falling asleep. Do you want to do it?
I don't know if I want. Okay, if he's falling asleep, if Kelsey isn't at his best, you know what I mean.
Kelsey is at his best when he's falling asleep.
K-Sis says, Kevin Smith, congrats on the weight loss. Uncle Ian Cecil, not so much. That's not nice.
Hurtful.
Yeah, I don't want Kevin Smith to lose weight.
He's skinnier than me. I never thought I would see him and that dude. He's all loose skin and bones now.
No, he looks like a deflated chihuahua now. He used to be. Here's it. When he had girth, he was kind of like a I don't know, a stoned Orson Welles kind of character.
Yeah, he had a charm to him. Now he looks like he looks like a
And he
stone.
looks like he listened to the women who said, "Stop eating, you're killing yourself."
Well, he was dying. They did save him with a surgery.
Oh, so maybe that was the right thing to
But
do.
whatever. What's the point of living if you can't eat anything?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm interrupting. Go ahead.
No, you're defeating me with logic and reason, with facts and reason. You're like Ben Shapiro right now.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah. All right, let's look at this. Comics plight, no laughing matter. An iconic American art form is in crisis thanks to new writers pushing politically correct storylines. This is one of the best articles I've ever seen. Here's Batman punching the living F out of the Boy Wonder. This is important, okay? And then, Alfred comes in. Oh, Mr. Bruce, can you not say he's broken you? Okay? That's my, is that close to how Alfred sounds in the movies?
I think so. He's mincing, I believe.
Yeah. In May, the news was leaked that writer Tom King would leave DC Comics' flagship book, Batman, cutting short his 100-book run and leaving after issue 85. Fan patience had snapped after Batman punched Robin, effectively his adopted son. Was Batman under mind control or faking it as part of a plan? No, he was just angry and depressed. King's Batman is a volatile man, racked by self-pity after being jilted at his own wedding. Readers were already deserting before this incident, with sales dropping below 90,000 per month. A decade ago, sales of 200,000 were common for big titles. Yet there are rumors that this firing was an elaborate publicity stunt. Okay, so in a way it was. I mean, they kind of just said, they wanted to make you think that. They said, you're getting off the Batman book. We understand that you have 15 more stories to tell. So we're going to put you over here on this new book called Batman Catwoman for people who, who still are not, who are still on board. That was the way it was. It was a double fake out. That's how it works. Identity politics has sowed the seeds of a bitter civil war in an iconic American art form, driving it towards cultural irrelevance and financial collapse. Against the odds, devoted fans, that's you guys, that's you in the chat, the devoted fans, and a few creators are struggling to establish an alternative network. How did things get so volatile? How? Cecil?
I don't know how it happened.
Let me read on and educate you. Welcome to the inverted world of American superhero comics. In an age of blockbuster superhero movies making billions, comic sales are low and dropping. Mad Magazine is canceled. Vertigo is out of business.
Can I tell you something? I was at a rest stop. I was driving in Jersey with my nieces and my sister, and we pulled over, and there was actually a magazine stand, and it was Mad Magazine there, and I grabbed like 2 issues of it, and I gave them to my nieces, and I was like, "This is really funny. I used to love Mad Magazine," and they hated it, and then I read it, and it was awful. And you know who was the main writer?
Who?
Cena Grace.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
Not even kidding. No joke.
That is,
and it was awful. They were like, I'm like, it's really funny. Read it. And then they read it, and they were like throwing it up in the front seat with me, and they were like, it's stupid. And then I started reading it, and it was Cena Grace.
Did they hit you?
Well, they already hated me, but I think they hated me more.
No, hit you like physical violence.
Oh yeah, of course they always strike me.
Okay, that's terrible.
But this time I deserved it.
Yeah. All right, so rather than embodying aspirational qualities like Cecil does, qualities of bravery, self-sacrifice, and fairness, today's comic book superheroes are weak men wrestling with toxic masculinity. Ineffectual, hapless, and emotionally incontinent, they are wretched role models. Some fans deride these emasculated heroes as beta males and cuckolds. The descriptions are dismissive, but accurate. King's other book, Heroes in Crisis, is set in a counseling center attended by superheroes seeking treatment for stress. People are getting really upset at that book. Heroes in Crisis pissed people off.
You have to watch a video. Oh, I wish I'll look it up. Zach promoted them the other day. It was E-Show, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat knows who it is. they tore apart. Him and his chick tore apart the Tom King thing. It was brutal, and Zach promoted it, and I watched it. It was excellent. I'll get the link to it.
Amazing.
You'll enjoy it. It's really good. They tore an issue of his comic apart.
Yeah.
This guy has it here.
Oh, are you talking about Adventures in Awful with Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah, they did a Tom King Batman the other day, and Cat Roach and Jay Ashiro. Yeah, that's who it was. It was really good.
I like that guy. You know, that guy still listens to the music that I listened to in like 1991. Like, and he's like, yeah, Front 242, you know, and you know, I like that 808 State. You know, he's into that stuff. I haven't listened to it in a long time, and I listened to him, and I'm like, oh my god, you know, I don't like this stuff anymore. I liked this when I was 16. I don't like it anymore. But you know, it is cool. It's cool. From like that stuff, that goth stuff, drum and bass, whatever. I love their channel. Absolutely love their channel. Adventures in Awful.
He got into like a big thing on Twitter because he was shitting on Nasser, but he was being legit. He was just like, you know, I'm a good writer and no one promotes me, and everybody's promoting this asshole, and everybody attacked him for saying that. But
yeah,
you know, there's no shame in having pride in promoting yourself.
No. Ask Mike. Ask Mike Miller about shame and pride. He'll go on. He'll go off on you. Midnight in Exile says, I still love Nitzer Ebb. I saw Nitzer Ebb open for Depeche Mode in 1990, man. That was a kick-ass show. It was just like a drum, like a boom, poof, 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 and a guy going, fire, fire. I was like, wow, this is shit too. And I couldn't wait for Depeche Mode to come on, and they were great. They were fantastic. Axel Ross says, how do you not know Cecil? You are the center of wisdom. Be the center of wisdom. Thank you, EBS. You are great to listen to. Oh, nice. I hope you're enjoying yourself. I like Nitzer Ebb more than that. I like all these groups more than that. It's like the older I get, the more I just want like the Bee Gees. You know what I mean? No, you don't know what I mean. Okay.
Well, no, I think what's going to happen is and we'll see if it happens to you. You're not 45 yet, are you?
No, this September.
Okay. Apparently, you're going to suddenly find an appreciation for country music, which you dismissed your entire life.
No. We'll
see what happens.
I already know. I liked country music for a second because I was dating this Mormon girl. And by the way, the only girlfriend that I look back on and go, yeah, she's kind of the one that got away, but she's good. She got married in Utah, has 11 kids. She's fine. But she took me to see Garth Brooks. And I went to a Garth Brooks concert. I had a great time at the Garth Brooks concert. I didn't know that I would. This was when I was 19.
Matt Becker says, fuck you. Country is awesome.
No, Johnny Cash. Wait a second. Let's make a distinction here. Old country's different. That's practically rock and roll. I'm talking about current country music. And I can't.
Well, my father's from England, and he loved Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, and I grew up with that. I don't know why, but English and Irish people love American country.
Yeah,
and I've always had in my house Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash, so I kind of like them begrudgingly. It was your dad's music, but whatever. But yeah, apparently when you turn 45, you're gonna love all country music. So we'll see.
I promise you I won't. I'm getting into more stuff. I'm branching out. Like I will not sit there and have my son play rap music and me be like, turn this shit up. I will not become that man. I'm hip. I have a good ear. I appreciate good pop songs. Like pop songs that have a great hook and you're just like, how did they come up with that melody? There's still a few of those that I really, really, really like that come out on the radio every now and then. I like, you know what I'm finding that I like as I get older is slow jams. You know, I've gone to see Babyface with Andrea. She got me into that stuff. I went to see Babyface twice. Had a great time. And Babyface has written all kinds of songs. Like he wrote almost all of Bobby Brown's songs in the 80s.
That's panty dropping shit right there.
I like it. Yeah, I'll put that on and I'm just like, give me some wine. I'm going to mellow out. You know, it's like, so the older I get, I think the more mellow I get. And also the more interested in old music. Like I want to, you know, you guys are noticing, it's like, why did Ethan go see Frankie Avalon and Bobby Rydell? Um,
I did ask that
yeah,
out
yeah,
loud
yeah.
to myself.
God,
I spoke to my mother about it this weekend.
did you really?
Honestly, and I thought about you. But I was showing her the clips of. I said how, because she's in her early 70s, and I asked her how old she nailed everybody's age perfectly. I was like, how old do you think Frankie Avalon is? And she's like 78, and she got it. And then who was the other guy? Rydell. She knew everybody's fucking age perfectly. But we got into we were listening to the Beatles, and this I thought of you because you're a John guy, and she, you know, we were saying who our favorite Beatles are. My younger brother loves George, and I said I'm a Paul guy, and then my mom said she's John. John is the best Beatle, and then I asked her why is John the best? Why do you like John better? And she said because I'm smart. And
That's not.
it was just her way of calling me stupid because I picked Paul. And I always appreciate, she always thinks of new ways to call me an idiot. And that was a very clever way.
Say Paul is still alive, Mom. How smart was John?
Yeah. If John's so smart, why is he dead?
Right.
Yeah. Now I think of it.
This was embarrassing, by the way, at the Frankie Avalon concert. And I didn't talk about this because I was embarrassed of it. Okay. And this is a source of shame. Because I'm like, we're in the front row. I was front row center at Frankie Avalon. And I'm a fan. Like, I love the beach blanket, bingo. I love that crap. So I was just like, man, I got to get Frankie Avalon's autograph. Andrew was like, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm like, I'm going to.
Did you get it?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm jumping. I'm so excited.
So, yeah. So I brought, look at this. I mean, this is Back to the Beach. Now I want you to notice that it's already been signed. Spoiler alert, Frankie Avalon did not sign it. You do not see his, so there's a spoiler there, okay? Signed by Connie, what's her name?
Francis?
No, not Connie Francis. I have her, though. How come I can't read anymore?
Annette Funicello?
Yes. Hello, Annette Funicello signed this. Ed Burns, Kooky, Lend Me Your Comb. Tony Dow from Leave It to Beaver. And then Connie, what's her name? Who I can't remember.
Yeah, Tony was the older brother, right?
Yeah. Why doesn't it even say her name on the back here?
Because no one cares except for you.
Well, in any case, I brought this and I was like, well, maybe at the end, like he'll come to the front of the stage. I'll come to the front of the stage and I'll be like this. Sign this, right? And Andrew's like, don't do it. It's so embarrassing. So I'm like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. No guts, no glory. I'm going to get Frankie Avalon's autograph. So in any case, like Andrea was like, well, I'm going to put it in my purse, you know. So she had this in her purse with a Sharpie marker. Not this. It was. I'm just using this for illustration. It was a Sharpie marker, okay. And I had the cap off, ready to go, like when it was time. And he came down during Venus. He's like, Venus, goddess of love that you are. And he walked right in front of us. And as he did, as he was coming towards us, I go, Andrea, get to. And she's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to blow it. I can't find it. And she's like in her purse, like trying to, oh my, where's the pen? Where's the, here? So he comes, I get the cap off. I got this out of the plastic and I'm like this, and he's standing right in front of me. And I'm like being subtle, but he's got a microphone. Goddess of love that you are. And I'm like, and he looks down at me and he goes like this. This was the look he gave me. He went, surely the things I asked, and kept walking.
Son of a bitch.
Now, there was another opportunity.
That's a better story than him signing it, actually.
There was another opportunity, but I was shamed by that point. Like at the end of the show, he came down to the front of the stage and he didn't have a microphone in his hands. You know, he was, and Andrew was like, now would be, I'm like, no, you already made a bitch out of me. I'm not doing it again. So, you know, I didn't get it signed. I don't know if I'm ever going to get it signed. I got Frankie. I got Annette Funicello. I don't have Frankie Avalon. Annette Funicello's dead. It was impossible to get her autograph, but I got I got it, and I don't have Frankie. Just Annette. And I thought him seeing Annette's autograph would make him sign it, but no. People don't care. Like in real life, people don't care. And I thought to myself, I went, people who come up to me with Green Lantern Rebirth that already has Jeff Johns' signature on it. Am I impressed? No. I'm just like, that's nice. Yeah, I met him too.
This guy's been singing the same
He doesn't care.
fucking 10 songs for 50 years. His fucking brain is fried.
He's like 77 years old. He's like, what, another? He's like, you're not special. You know, you don't get anything off of me. So in any case, it's a little diversion there. Beta males and cucks. That's what led us to that conversation. Beta males and cucks. Cuckolds. All right. On the other hand, by the way, so the men are pussies in these big superhero comics right now. On the other hand, the women are badass warriors and super scientists who don't need men. Quite literally, as many of them have been converted to lesbianism. The Unstoppable Wasp featured an all-female team of self-validating young genius scientists and a rainbow coalition of ethnicities who also happen to be lesbian or bisexual. The characters were examples of transparent virtue signaling and demographic targeting. And they literally do that. They go, we need more representation. We need to actually target this group of people. And it's like, why do you do that? So you only want that group of people to buy this comic? You're deliberately trying, and you don't say anything to them. You don't say anything to them while you're doing that. People are so afraid. They're so afraid to actually say anything about, a character who was deliberately created with these qualities. Well, she's a black lesbian female. So she doesn't have any flaws, because if she did, what would we be saying about black lesbian females? I mean, the female's redundant there. You should have called me out on that, Cecil.
My fault. There are a lot more lesbians than you think, though. Almost everyone I've ever dated became a lesbian immediately afterwards.
I found that to be true too, about the women you've dated. Characters were examples of transparent virtue signaling and demographic targeting. Shallow, interchangeable characters and feeble stories failed to appeal to young girls. The Unstoppable Wasp was ignominiously pulled because of low sales. In other words, it was stopped. Okay? It was stopped. A cohort of female young adult authors was hired to tap fresh audiences, but has instead driven away the established audience without bringing in youngsters, women and ethnic minorities. All right, so it's like, hey, if we hire these weirdo losers off of Twitter, they'll bring in their weirdo loser compatriots, and it never happened. Instead, what happened was normal people left, and they're here in the audience right now. All of these people are normal; they're normies. These writers do not take American superhero comics seriously. They undercut everything with humor. They all think they're Joss Whedon. Hence their endless quips about pop culture and banter about food. Gail Simone comics. Exciting adventures are replaced by slice of life dramas. New writers push leftist politics and fringe social attitudes. Escapist adventures are problematic because they allow readers to ignore social issues. Muscular men and shapely women reinforce body stereotypes, and they marginalize overweight and transgender people. In an age of positive representation, quote unquote, characters are unblemished representatives of identity groups, which is what I just said. This guy's great with words. Cecil, I wish I was smart.
Who is this? B. Allen Orange?
Oh, wouldn't that be funny if it was? It isn't him. It isn't, but if it was, that'd be amazing. Yeah, this guy, I wish I was smart, Cecil.
No, I wish you was smart too. I think about that a lot.
You're supposed to validate me.
Oh, my bad.
Self-validate. You are smart, Ethan. You're awesome. Okay.
I wish I was as smart as you.
Hold on, let me take a selfie. Yes. I did the duck face, don't worry.
Thank you.
In an age of positive representation, characters are unblemished representatives of identity groups, hence the glut of perfect and perfectly dull characters. Characters are gender or race swapped. We saw that. Did you see this, Cecil? Look, all of these redheads are being turned into black people.
I saw.
And somebody gave me a really good joke in the chat, but I can't say it because it's like racist. It's
well,
racist.
I made one joke. It kind of took off, but like I said, I didn't know if it was racist or not.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. You told me and it wasn't racist. It was about, Atlantis is Atlanta.
Yeah, she's from Atlanta instead of Atlantis now. Right. Well, Hotlanta.
A lot of people are saying, say it. Say the joke. No, I'm not going to say it.
Why? Yeah, why is that? It is at this point very, very like obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, who's the new redhead? What was the last redhead that you could think of in a movie?
Carrot Top.
Oh, he was good. Hell to the Chief. Great movie.
No, it was Bored. It was what was it? What was his movie called? It wasn't called Hail to the Chief, was it?
I don't know. I made that up. Hell to the Chimp.
Let's find out real quick. Carrot Top movies. Chairman of the Board.
That was the one.
Chairman of the Board. Yeah, this was the last. And now look, he's transgender.
Oh yeah, Sophie Turner's a redhead. She was in the Jean Grey.
Oh sure.
That's why it didn't do well. They should have made her black.
Yeah. Is he a woman?
I mean, no, but I'd fuck him.
Yeah. All right.
Is this moving on?
Yeah. Cecil, you have to understand my sense of my comedic timing is just to let things slip and then just let it hang in the air.
No, I know exactly what you were
saying.
That's
how I do things. Yeah.
Oh, you let that hang out there. That's a big grapefruit just hanging out there.
Right. No, you don't respond to it. You don't go, you would. You don't respond. Like when you go, I don't. Is Carrot Top a chick? And you go, I don't know, but I'd fuck him. That's the perfect comeback. And then the response isn't to go, waka waka, and then move on. Or go, would you? You'd fuck anything. No, you just go, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so and that's, you see what I'm saying? So you let that hang, let people gasp, and then you move on to the next like flat thing. You go back to normality as if nothing happened. So that's my comedic straight man.
I like what you did. No, you did it well.
Thank you. Yeah, it ruined it that I had to explain it.
But you didn't have to.
I didn't mind. It's not like I was. I didn't mind explaining it.
Well, the next Carrot Top movie will be played by Kevin Hart, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, Kevin Hart is Carrot Top. That'd be great. Will there be another?
Wait, they'll do a biopic with of Carrot Top starring the Carrot Top biopic with Kevin Hart with a red wig on.
Absolutely. All right. So a cohort, by the way, these women, a cohort of female young adult.
Someone in the chat just called it Blacktop.
All right. By the way, all right. So a cohort of female young adult authors was hired to tap fresh audiences, but can't. Women cannot tap fresh audiences. I don't care. Women don't like each other. I know they're trying to push this narrative that women all love each other so much that they want to give each other huggies when they see each other. Eventually, they fall into bed with one another. But that's just not the way the real world works as I've experienced it. I've seen women going, who that bitch?
Yeah, I've limited experience on the world, but bitches are like cats. As soon as you put them in a room together, they fight. Maybe they'll get to be friends later, but it's fight at first.
Yeah, they'll either fight or practice witchcraft. One of the two. And it's rare that they're going to practice witchcraft. Most of the time, they're going to fight. But when women see each other, they don't go, "Oh, yeah, you go, girl." That just happens on TV. They seriously do say, "Who that bitch?" About everything in various different ways.
They're like cats when cats encounter each other. To respond to that. Whoa, are you on? Is that your GPS?
That was Siri. Siri said, "I said, who that bitch?" And Siri was like, "I don't know. I don't know how to respond to that." So
she said, "That bitch is Wanda."
These writers do not. Okay, so they're not bringing in youngsters. They're not bringing in women. They're not bringing in ethnic minorities. I am. I'm bringing in ethnic minorities, Cecil.
I noticed.
By the boatload. Wait a second. Hold on. These. I'm sorry. That was awful. All right. That's one that you should have let hang in the air as well. So these writers do not take American superhero comics seriously. They undercut everything with humor. Hence endless quips. Characters are gender or race swapped to undermine supposed stereotypes. There's a Korean American Hulk, Amadeus Cho, and a teenage black girl Iron Man called Ironheart. When fans complained about bizarre story choices, lazy art, and drastic alteration to establish characters, they were called bigots and smeared as Nazis, not just by other fans, but also by creators. Amazing. The comics industry, which has always had diverse characters and creators, was castigated as a white patriarchy. What you use the word castigated? I think praised as a patriarchy by newcomers ignorant of its history. Experienced popular artists. Okay, this is the word here. Experienced, yes, but they get even more specific. Popular, experienced, and popular. That's going to become you're going to understand why they wanted to go this route pretty soon. Experienced popular artists who are Republican voters, Mitch Breitweiser, John Malin, and traditional Christians, Doug TenNapel. Who's missing, Cecil?
Well, we got Christians, and I don't know who's missing. Roe?
No. I want you to think hard about people who are Comicsgate and who are traditionally on the show. Experienced popular artists who are Republican voters. Oh, the popular is the sticking point. Mitch, John Malin, Doug TenNapel. No Mike S. Miller.
Mike Miller. Mike's not in this article?
Not in it. Look, look at this.
Yeah, Mitch, that's an oversight, I'm sure.
How could Mike not be in this article? They even go as far as to say traditional Christians and make it plural, and they still leave him off. How do they do that?
That's snub. That's a snub, sure.
Yeah. They don't say a traditional Christian, Doug TenNapel. They say traditional Christians, Doug TenNapel, and anyway, have been officially blacklisted. They even use blacklist universe. And they still cupped Mike S. Miller. All right.
God damn it.
They've been blacklisted by social influencers and industry insiders. Artist Ethan Van Sciver. Let me change my tone. Artist Ethan Van Sciver experienced.
Oh, that's you.
That's me. They remembered me. Quite apart from the other ones. They give me my own paragraph, basically. No, John Delarose did not write this. There's no whining in it. Artist Ethan Van Sciver experienced harassment, stalking, and intrusion into his private life. There is a climate of fear as a handful of professionals and a few hundred political activists use social media to intimidate creators, fans, and staff into support or silence. The specialist press runs a somber roll call of comic book shops, which are practically the sole sales outlets, closing because they're unable to sell politically correct comics to readers in search of escapist entertainment. My book, Culture War, a little plug here, details how American superhero industry has been damaged by entryists who enter cultural production with the sole aim of using it for political goals. I've been saying this all along. World War I flying aces. Uncle E, are you planning a trip to Africa? Or no, I was invited to South Africa, but I couldn't make it. It's hard to get away. I don't know what you mean by that. Earlier this year, activist spite reached dangerous levels. Small publisher Alterna. And we talked about. Oh wait, no, I didn't finish this. Hold on. I missed.
Is Peter Simeti mentioned?
Yeah. But we'll get to that.
But not Mike Miller.
All the important people.
John Malin is. Oh, hey, John.
Yeah. I feel like the guy who wrote this probably watches Drawn and Quartered, and they know that I smoke Mike all the time, just like I did tonight. And, just left them out.
What was the subject tonight? I was out.
4th of July, make a patriotic character. I made Lady Death. I made Liberty Death, Lady Death.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you won?
I won, but I tied with John Dillard, fan champ, and for first place. And I just gave it to him. For the fans when they come on D&Q, the day they win is the greatest day in their life, first place. For me, it's a Wednesday.
It's every day. It's just typical.
Every day is winning day.
That you did Lady Death as a lady, like Liberty Death, because it's like give me liberty or give me death.
Yes. Lady Liberty, Lady Death. Yep. That's what I named her. Lady Liberty, Lady Death. 4 names.
I like that you liberate people by giving them death. That is cool. Yeah. That's a cool idea. You should create a character with a snake on it, like a yellow character with a snake flag, don't tread on me. And I'll give you liberty by giving you death.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Michael Bay film right there.
Oh, right through the head.
Right. Yeah. Somebody who murders, but they feel like they're helping them by murdering.
Yeah.
I'm liberating you from this life.
Yeah. John, this is why you're an experienced and popular artist who is a Republican voter.
I did vote for a Republican named Mike Miller at this last election.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, a local guy. I don't know what he did, but his name was Mike Miller, so I voted for him.
That's
Republican.
weird. I don't see any mention of his. Anyway, they could think of two other. So it's you and Mitch Breitweiser. We haven't seen Mitch in a while. This article was written 2 days ago, so it's interesting. This guy gets around and watches a lot of Comicsgate channels, and apparently he watches another one, Doug TenNapel, who's a traditional Christian.
But not Mike.
He's a treat. Go on.
He is a treat. A group of fans and creators rejected the politics, abuse, relentless tampering with the canon. See, so don't you hate it when people relentlessly tamper with your canon?
Yeah, leave it alone. Stop
Yeah.
tugging at it. What?
Exploitative business practices and boring stories to form a movement called Comicsgate. The name is an echo of the earlier, similarly bitter online culture war in the video games arena. In a consumer revolt against big publishers and aggressive creators, Comicsgaters built communities and chat rooms and comment sections. They made videos criticizing lazy creators like Mike Miller and complicit publishers. Then they published their own books. Last year,
So Mike Miller was mentioned?
Oh. No, I guess I just added that in. That's weird. Those
You thought it was implied.
Yeah, I just saw it there, but it wasn't there. Sometimes that happens. An optical illusion. Last year, Van Sciver. Okay, lowercase the first part of my last name, and then Sciver uppercase the second part. Van Sciver, a veteran of the comic book business, 26-year veteran of the comic book industry, world's most charming and disarming, elegant and yet eloquent, humble though I fumble. Man, great big Star Wars fan.
Is that all written there?
No, no, that's my. Well, I mean, I think that's what he was going for, but he didn't follow through with it because he just
implied.
Yeah, again, we're coloring this a little bit. You know, that's what you have to do when you read an article. So he launched Cyberfrog Bloodhoney, a book of his own characters, building rapport with fans via videos and showing them artwork in progress. He raised more than $800,000 on the crowdfunding platform Indiegogo. When Richard Meyer wanted to publish the action comic Jawbreakers, he struck a deal with an independent publisher, Antarctic Press. But within 24 hours, it was off. Remember this, John?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I do.
It affected you too.
Yeah, I was drawing the book.
Allegedly, after a major writer, Mark Wade.
I remember this now.
Yeah.
I remember it like it was the day after yesterday.
Piece of to Mark Wade contacted Antarctic Press and interfered with the result that Meyer is now suing Wade for damages. By the way, support the GoFundMe campaign. Let's make sure that Richard has enough money to make Mark Wade homeless. And I think we're close to that right now. I think we're close to that. Earlier this year, activist spite reached dangerous levels. Small publisher Alterna Comics has stayed out of the Comicsgate controversy. Poor Peter. He doesn't want to get involved. Like, he is Comicsgate. He just does not want to get involved in the craziness. And I don't blame him. I deal with craziness all day long from these weirdos.
Do you mind if I make an announcement? I did write something that got picked up by Netflix. It's just a pilot, but it's based on the Richard Wade situation, and it's a situation where Wade loses, and then he has to become Richard's butler.
Oh,
it's a comedy, it's a sitcom, but yeah, it's Mark Wade is Richard C. Meyer's butler, and yeah,
we got to think about it.
Everybody, please give it good reviews.
Yeah,
we'll get a full season out of it.
Yeah.
Richard is played by Willie Ames.
Oh, perfect casting.
Yeah, he's great.
Honestly, who's the guy that used to be his avatar on Twitter? I know that guy's old now from Soap. What was the guy?
Billy Crystal?
No.
Jim J. Bullock?
Yeah,
Jim J. Bullock. That was from Too Close for Comfort.
Yeah. Too Close for Comfort. Yeah, it's another show I wasn't allowed to watch as a kid.
Why? So, the one daughter had huge tits, and the other daughter was from the Warriors. She was the.
That's why. I mean, that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the many reasons why I was not allowed to watch that show. Remember, I told these people already, like all of our listeners, that my mom used to pirate VHS video cassette movies, and then she would edit out all the prawn, all the F words and all the S words and D words and GD words and a-hole words, and then also all the boobies. So, like, in that situation, I wasn't allowed to watch very much. I was not allowed to watch Three's Company either.
Comic Book Journeys is actually casting the show. So Willie Ames is going to play Zach, and Comic Book Journeys says Woody Allen is going to play Mark Waid. So Willie Ames and Woody Allen. I think Netflix has got to at least put 6 episodes of this out, but they're doing a pilot. I think it'll be good. Yeah. He loses the case and he says to the jury, "I'm broke," and then the jury says, "Well, then you're going to be his butler for a year." I mean, comedy. It writes itself. It's a comedy.
Yeah. What should we call it, though? It's got to be some pun on tortious interference. You know? Think about that. You know,
I was thinking Mr. Wade, my dear.
All right, so this is serious now. All right, so Alterna stayed out of Comicsgate controversy, steadfastly committed to publishing comics with a minimum of politics, but it has been viewed as sympathetic to Comicsgate. On February 13th, someone contacted police and falsely stated that Peter Simeti, the owner of Alterna, had a gun and was a danger to others. The only danger Peter Simeti is to anyone is to their hearts. Peter Simeti is the kindest, nicest guy. This was an outrage. So this is an illegal practice called swatting. Obviously, we know about that. During an online video chat about comics, Simeti's home was raided by police SWAT team. In non-Comicsgate cases, swatting has become a tactic to intimidate people and has led to accidental shootings and at least one killing. Ultimately, readers will accept diverse characters, but only if they care about them. For that to happen, creators need to care about stories and characters. Sadly, cultural entryist disdain for both genre and readership may yet destroy American superhero comics. If there is a future, it lies in Comicsgate. Ooh,
that's us. Yeah.
That is us.
That's Viagra, baby.
That totally, that makes me happy. And that article, that final line, if there is a future, it lies in Comicsgate. It lies in us. It's us. It's us and what we do together, what we create.
I believe the children are the future.
What the heck is on your finger?
It's an American bald eagle.
Is that by the way? Antoine Dennison came up with the name for the show, Torturous Inconvenience.
Yeah, I'm balancing him on by his little beak here. This is, you guys, not all of you have the skill in your hands that I do. A lot of people call my hands deformed, malformed. And they say, what the hell? But like, I have perfect balance. Look at him.
Doesn't seem right. Where's all the weight? In the tip of the wing?
No, that's on his beak. His beak is on his fingertip.
Yeah, where's the weight though?
Right here.
In the beak?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've got it balanced just right, John.
Pretty impressed.
Yeah. All right.
I'm also impressed by balloon animals and face paint.
Yeah. Cyborg Valkyrie says, "I like the article, but it's poorly written. It was very awkward after the synopsis of Comicsgate." Well, I don't want to criticize it at all.
No, it was well written. I mean, it praised you. It left out Mike Miller. It had everything.
Yeah, it did. It didn't have you in it though, Cecil. That's its one. Honestly, you belong in there. I'd be like,
well, every good article needs a glaring omission.
Yeah. It didn't have you, and people really consider you to be an important part of Comicsgate. I'm not really sure why. You're comic relief, for now until your book comes out. But people need to laugh.
Does anybody remember Laughter?
The Laughter of Children?
No, I was doing Robert Plant from.
Oh.
That was from Stairway to Heaven Live. Does anyone remember Laughter?
Comic Book Bob says Ethan's thumbs look like the midget from Willow.
No.
Not politically correct at all to make fun of him.
Give me a break. Willow's thumbs didn't look that bad. Stop it.
Yeah. Comic Book Bob says, Ethan, your thumbs are Ugnaughts. This guy's going to town on me.
Wow.
Same
Nope.
guy?
Hurt.
Same guy. Nobody's stopping him. Nobody's sticking up for me and being like, no, they're not. Ethan's thumbs are not Ugnots, and they're not midgets.
Yeah, why isn't anybody sticking up for you? Come on, somebody.
They don't.
Somebody out there.
That's the tragedy of it all.
Oh, wait. Oh, somebody called Not Andrea said they're beautiful.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is there a not Andrea in here? No. Nobody's thought of that yet. None of your business says at least you don't chew them like Elliot. Yeah, I don't chew my thumbnails at all. I don't chew my fingernails. You know, it's disgusting. Michael Beacon says, I'd stick up for you, Ethan, but he's right. Yeah. Fire Dragon says, I defend you in Doug's stream, EVS. You don't need it here. Is Doug giving it to me?
I think Doug gave you a compliment today. Actually, I saw him make a post, and he was praising you for bringing on up more campaigns.
That's not a good reason to praise me. You praise me for my holy sunbeam light.
I'm sure he's getting around. He's getting around to that.
Don't praise me for the for helping comic skaters. That's what I do naturally, and there's no reason to do that. I want to be praised. I want to be praised like this. Or like this.
Holy.
Yeah. Like when you praise me, don't just do it like this. Do it like this. Why can't Doug do that for me? Why is he such a hater?
Mm-hmm.
Sickening.
Yeah, I know. All right, so John, I want to show you my campaign.
Ooh, snap.
You say that, but campaign
What is it doing terrible?
No, campaign's a euphemism for my penis. This is Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover, John.
Yeah.
This is what we're promoting. By the
way, the best way to surprise somebody by showing them your penis is just to come up to them and go, "Does this look swollen?" And then when they look down, you have your dick out.
Or hide it in popcorn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me. Tricking people like that is mean. It's mean.
No, I like my thing because there was you could turn it if you could see if their reaction, and then you could say, "Yeah, I was asking a medical question. I was not trying to be." I
never thought it'd be mean. I thought it would be appreciated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you fellas rather be sexually abused by? Louis C.K. or what's his name?
Louis Anderson.
No, not he wasn't a choice, but that's revealing.
I did the popcorn. I did the popcorn trick once, and it backfired. The girl was like, "Why is there a pretzel nugget in here?"
Yeah.
Wait, who's the other choice? Anderson?
Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, Weinstein. I was going to say
either way, you're watching a fat dude jerk off in the shower.
Yeah.
Language.
I was going to say Louis C.K. because I feel like he'd hold you at night. But Weinstein, he's going to get you rich.
Yeah.
You get paid with Weinstein. Done.
People think CK's funnier, Yeah.
But you listen.
What? Well, Harvey will make you a star. None of your business.
Yeah, of course, Harvey will make you a star. Take a look at Jennifer Lawrence's makeup between the first X-Men movie and the last one.
Yeah,
they smeared some blue shit on her face like quickly. Yeah, the first movie she was doing 12 hours in the chair.
Yeah,
and the last one she's like digitally color me afterwards. She's like I didn't blow Harvey Weinstein for nothing.
Nick W says this is a nightmare stream.
Oh,
how is it a nightmare? This is like a dream come true. I mean, we've got
I'm gonna go on Nick W's request. I will leave this stream.
No.
The only thing that can make it better would be if Kelsey Shannon was here.
Yeah. Giselle Sinclair says only do the popcorn trick halfway through the movie. Hot butter hurts everyone and only eats off the top. Yeah, of course. See, that's a good tip. That's a valuable tip. The popcorn box.
Yeah.
Other people are saying you're killing. I love it. This is paradise. The dream team right here, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm-hmm.
We're happy about this. All right, so I want to talk about Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. You guys, hey John, did you see the trading cards yet? No.
Oh yeah, no, I did. The sheet, the big sheet.
No, John. It's just saying no. Ethan, I haven't seen them.
Oh, no. I haven't seen it, Ethan.
What trading cards, Ethan? That sounds exciting.
I haven't seen him, Ethan. All right, let's try that again. So yeah, so talk about Cyberfrog Blood Honey. Oh, wait a second, John, have you seen the trading cards yet?
What cards?
Wait, you've got trading cards?
I do. I have trading cards. They're back from the printer. I got a whole box of them. Now these are going to come wrapped up in I want to say cellophane, because I was thinking of Judy Garland and the Wizard of Oz. I watched a movie about her dying prematurely today. It was very sad. On Netflix. It was like they died too young. So, what, and then I watched one about Kurt Cobain as well, and then Natalie Wood. A lot of people.
Yeah, that's fun.
27 Club.
Yeah.
Well, Cobain.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my trading cards are here. They
don't be like Kurt Cobain. Stick around. Get these trading cards.
Don't be like Natalie Wood. Don't get murdered by Robert Wagner.
Yeah, or thrown off the boat with
Judy
Wagner
Garland
and
lived 47
Walken.
years.
Wasn't that Walken that was with him?
Yeah. A lot of people killed her. A lot of people. It was a joint effort. It was a lot like JFK. A lot of people.
What type of wood doesn't float?
Natalie Wood. They triangulated the push.
Do you know how tall Judy Garland was?
How tall?
4'11.5".
That's a lie.
No, she died at age 47.
How about that?
Yeah. What was that song she sang? Wanna wake up? Come on. What the fuck is that song? I have the
Come on, wake up and come on, get happy.
Put
Get
on a
happy.
face.
Get happy. That's the song. Come on, get happy. You ever see the video for that? She looks great in it. She's really cute. She's got a good body.
She's dead, Cecil.
A drug addict.
That never stopped me before.
Yeah.
Trading cards. Cyberfrog trading cards are here. This is Cyberfrog special backer promo card. You can see on the back there's information. Spoilers on the back, John. Not a lot of people thought to put spoilers on the back of their trading cards, but I did. I thought of it. There's information here. Here's Salamandroid. There's a big spoiler on the back of this card. A big spoiler. It tells you what Salamandroid does, what he can do, where he first appeared. These are going to be wrapped up in foil. And by the way, there's going to be an extra coat of gloss over these. I love getting things printed. I'm excited. This weekend, I'm going to have the Vampirella stuff. The Cyberfrog Vampirella stuff is going to be back. That was easy to do. That didn't take long. They're still working on my Blood Honey books. Every single goddamn day that book is not out, I take shit on Twitter.
Real quick question, Ethan.
Oh, yes.
Cyberfrog has, because you're talking about the stats, Cyberfrog has like a special kind of assault like that. Super Croak?
Oh, Thunder Croak.
Thunder Croak? Yeah. Does Salamandroid have something like that?
Yes.
Is it on that card?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So it would be a super move. Okay? It would be a super move, in other words. When Cyberfrog did this thing that he does.
Can you show the card again, or is it gone? We can't.
No, it's right here. You would see, but his super move. And the thing about it is in the book, like Salamandroid says to Cyberfrog, he's like, you still mad at me? And Cyberfrog's like, nope, moved on. Salamandroid's like, how come? He's like, it's not healthy to stay mad at you because of that thing you do when you're mad. And what the thing that he does when you're mad doesn't happen in the book. That's what's frustrating about it. It doesn't happen in Blood Honey. You're going to be like, what the hell was he talking about? Wait for Wrecked Planet or to see it. Or if you want to know what it is, boom, right here. It's on the back of this card. I left it there.
Wait, did you show the Salamandroid card?
Yeah.
Well,
I showed it. I did this and didn't let it focus. So you couldn't read the back of the card.
I feel like Cecil's not watching this.
I'm already backed it up. Yeah, he didn't let it. He's not lying.
Now everyone who backs Cyberfrog Blood Honey, which is this campaign right here, everyone who's backed it at any time. And by the way, I had two weirdo haters refund the Chromium books. I've got 2 of those now that I'm going to resell to somebody. I'm going to have 2 slots open for somebody who wants those Chromium books. They're already coming back from the printer. So I might as well sell them to somebody. I got 1 million people asking me, like, can I get a Chromium copy? I'm like, you can't. It's limited to the people who, well, if you refunded your Chromium book, I'm going to resell them to somebody. Anyway, if you backed at any point, at any tier for anything, you are going to get these trading cards as well as a sticker, a bookmark. If you back at the $50 tier, here's what you get at the $50 tier. Are you kidding me? You get the team up variant plus the ash can called Cyberfrog 1998. And the 1998 ash can is basically, I like to call it like a deleted scene from Blood Honey. Essentially, it's 18 pages of new story. It shows you a lot of things. It shows you what happened to Salamandroid. It shows you what happened to Heather Swain. So this is all stuff that if you want to see it happen, you need to get the ash can. It doesn't matter. You're going to find out later on in the story. If you don't get it, it's okay. You'll live. You'll probably live. But if you do want to see this extra thing, then it is in Cyberfrog 1998. Also, it features the soy bomb, John.
Yeah, your dancing guy.
Yeah, the soy bomb is in that. That is a big deal. Everyone's curious about, like, what is the soy bomb, Ethan? Who is soy bomb? Soy bomb is the answer to all of this. People want to know, like, why? Why did the Vespis come here, and how did they know it was time? Because they all converged on planet Earth at once. Well, they knew because, in 1998, which is the year. Okay, first of all, what happened in 1998 was that Sonny Bono slammed into a tree. That was on the 5th of January, 1998. And then a week and a half later, Bob Dylan's on stage at the Music Awards, and boom, Soy Bomb gets up there shirtless and starts dancing. Soy Bomb. And Soy Bomb, people go, well, that was weird. A little performance artist. Wrong. That was an alien advance man who was sending a signal. He was sending a signal.
A harbinger.
He was saying, hey, Vespis, Earth is now soy-based enough to invade. Eat these people. And this is him dancing. But this
You're saying if Bob Dylan would have taken off his guitar and smashed his head in, he could have avoided the entire.
No, it would have been too late. The signal was already sent.
I think they would have said, no, don't come here. They're too aggressive. Bob Dylan murdered Soy Bomb on stage.
I wish he had murdered Soy Bomb.
It would have saved the world. It would have sent the message, no, this is too aggressive a culture. Don't come.
Right.
But the fact that he stood there and finished the song meant like they're ripe for the taking.
Right. So
consequence of inaction, very deep.
You know what? You lose more in wrong action than inaction. That's what they say. And probably Bob Dylan should have smashed him in the face immediately.
Yeah, it would have saved the world. The Vespers would have been like, oh, we don't fuck with these people. They murdered Soy Bomb within seconds.
As you can see, Malin has the actual footage of Soy Bomb dancing his weird dance that nobody understood on stage in 1998. Now, that was January, I think, 12th. I could be wrong about the date. It might have been 17th of 1998. And then by the time August 17th came around, the Vespis had already arrived on Earth. Okay, and that is the story. So if you want to know more about this, this page here is from the Ashcan. This is from the 1998 Ashcan, obviously. If you just bought Blood Honey, just the book, you're not going to get the Soy Bomb story. You're not going to find out how what happened to Heather Swain, or at least how Heather Swain managed the invasion. You're going to get all that information in the Cyberfrog 1998 Ashcan, which obviously, Cecil, is still available right here. Okay, the link is in the description. This is the Cyberfrog Blood Honey team-up cover. Okay, which
you can still get that now?
You can still get it now. Yeah, I'm leaving it open for like 3 more weeks, or maybe 2.5 weeks. As soon as the books come back from the printer, boom, done. I'm taking it down. So I
bought the latest copy. Does that come with the Soy Bomb story?
No. That's okay. If you just bought the variant cover comic book, you get the comic book, you get the trading cards, you get the bookmark, you get the sticker, and that's cool. And it's autographed, so that's neat. But in order to get the Soy Bomb story, it's the team up variant plus the ash can. Now the ash can is the Soy Bomb story, it's $50. Plus, included with that is a bonus ash can, the colorized reprint mini comic edition of Amphibionics #1, recolored by Kyle Ritter. This is the rarest edition, the rarest 90s Cyberfrog comic that ever came out. Now, I know it's confusing. Cyberfrog 1998, the ash can is brand new. I just drew it. It's brand new. Amphibionics #1 is old. It's from the 90s. Okay, so it's earlier my style. It's irreverent. It's a little bit crude. It's a little bit gross, but it's been colored by Kyle Ritter. Nobody knows where to get it. You can't find it anywhere. They only printed about 1,000 of them. I've decided to reprint it as a free gift to anyone who backs at the $50 level. So if you back it at least the $50 level, right here, you're getting one of everything. You're not going to miss a damn thing.
I don't know if I bought that. I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, I got to double check.
Giuseppe,
I have a Jerry Lewis, Dean Martin comic. I think number 13. I'll trade you.
Deal. No, that's the one I wanted. Are you just messing with me?
Is that the one you wanted? I think I already sent you the one I have. I don't think it's the one you wanted.
Oh, okay. I think 13 is the one I can't find. That's a hard one to get. I've got all of I don't know. I don't have all of them, to be honest.
I got Jerry Lewis with the werewolf and a baby.
Oh yeah, I've got that. All the Jerry Lewis monster comics from a little bit later. Like I've got all those. But the early Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis comics, those are hard to get. And I've got #1, which was impossible to find.
I think last year I sent you what I had and you didn't need it. But I might have 13. Let me double check.
Yeah.
That's 13 is the one you need. That's why it was in my head. 13.
Yeah. Shantai Burius Mononoke says, do you get it if you bought the original Cyberfrog campaign at $50? Absolutely. This is the same campaign. If you backed Cyberfrog Blood Honey at $50, you're cool, no matter which campaign you backed. This one is the same campaign. It's the same stuff. The only difference is Blood Honey team up cover. It's this cover. It's the fist bump cover of Salamandra and Cyberfrog. So, and by the way, this one is not chromium. This is just a regular edition with the spine. If you back the first 2 campaigns, you'll get a chromium edition. That is it. Now, I've had a couple of people refund because they were upset with the Nasser situation. John, can you believe they blame me for that? Like for the Nasser situation? Weirdos. Got a couple people who refunded that. I have maybe a couple copies of the chromium edition that are going to need to be rehomed. I'm not going to hang on to them. I'm going to let people, because people are asking for them. So, you can contact me if you're interested in that, and I'll find out a way to get you on the list to receive the original Chromium Cyberfrog #1, and at the same price, But this right here, if you want that's not going to come with an ash can. If you want an ash can, this is it. This is the way to do it. You will find out what dark soy filth actually means.
Yeah, and I love the that's one of my favorite images that I've seen from the book so far, the fist bump. That just the scale between Salamandroid and Cyberfrog, it's very impressive, and the Vespas. So everything we need to know is really right there.
When you see the Vespas, it's like they're the size of velociraptors. I mean, they're big. These guys are bitches. They're really, really tough. And Salamandroid can take them pretty well. Cyberfrog he's just a little guy. He's got 2 stingers in him. He's just like, fuck these guys, Sal. Sal's like, yeah, bump it, boom, set the whole place on fire. I love Cyberfrog. People are just like, it's a book about a robotic frog. What's wrong with you? You idiots don't understand. These weirdo SRWs, you do not understand how heavy this book is going to get. It is all about friendship. It's all about it's a horror book. It's a superhero book. Yeah, the main characters are accidentally reptilian. They are amphibian. They weren't meant to be. They were meant to be humans, but they were accidentally. They became salamander and a frog instead. But this is all about the real world. It's not like I've got people like, is there going to be Robo Crocodile? No. The rest of the world is real. The rest of the world is the way it is, except this invading Vespis horde is coming.
Why are people having a hard time understanding this? They know about the Ninja Turtles. It's kind of the same. And also Transformers are robots in the real world.
Yeah, but what's great about this is that it's a frog and a salamander that have to prove their worth to their own planet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I mean, they realize they were sent here exclusively. Like, they were given the task. Cyberfrog was given the task to turn back the alien horde, the alien invasion.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And Cyberfrog has the ability within him to do that. Okay, Salamandroid doesn't. Salamandroid's job is only to protect Cyberfrog. That's his only job, and that's what he's put here to do. But Cyberfrog has it, and there's John, I got to talk to you at some point. I've got all of this planned out. You're going to be psyched when you hear it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing anything about it. Love it.
Slick Rick goes, that soy bomber. What a twat. You say that, and most people said it then, but you have to understand, like, that guy was important in a devastating way.
Yeah, I love that you tied him in, like
He was
real world.
signaling the Vespas.
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you, Bob Dylan could have saved humanity if he just smashed him across the bridge of his nose with that guitar.
Yeah.
Well, if my comic were real, if those events were really taking place. Otherwise, like, he'd probably be in prison if he did that.
This is where the time. This image right here is right where the timeline split.
Yeah.
Okay, what's Bob Dylan's real name? 3 seconds.
I don't know.
3, 2. Robert Zimmerman.
I never liked him. My brother is a huge Bob Dylan fan, and I'm like, what do your parents think about my protest songs? Oh, get out of here. I think there are too many words, too many lyrics. I like some of his songs. I'm just kidding. All right, look at this, by the way, John. Tell me if you like this. This is 3D Robin. We all know 3D Robin. We love him. He is carefully working out, okay? When I do the Cyberfrog and Salamandroid toys and statues, they need to be exactly proportionate. They need to be perfectly aligned with my drawings, okay? Now, we've got plenty of Cyberfrog. 3D Robin did a perfect Cyberfrog model. He made a Cyberfrog video game, which is fun to play. You can look up Cyberfrog Blood Honey video game on Google. You'll find it. It's a demo, so you can play that. But he hadn't made Salamandroid yet, and a lot of people were upset because they wanted to play as Salamandroid. There was no opportunity to do that. He didn't make the digital model, but also, like, we need a digital model so that when the toys happen and we're going to make an action figure line, we have it down. Like, this is going to have all the details. This is going to be a complete 3D turnaround model of Salamandroid that will become toys. When he stands up, John, these are his proportions for when you draw Salamandroid. Long lizard-like torso, short legs, long arms, like a Komodo dragon.
Does his tail drag or?
No, it doesn't. Think of it as just Spawn's cape. Okay, it shows movement. It's everywhere. But he's trying to show the length of the tail, so that when you get this, when you buy this toy, and this toy is going to be available. It's going to take probably 2020. I mean, it's going to take a while to get this together. We're going to have the statues together and everything soon, but this toy is going to take a while. The tail is going to be a bendy tail. Yeah, you'll be able to do
you can pose it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He'll be able to kind of hunch over. Salamandroid rarely walks on 2 legs like this because his legs are so short. He mostly kind of walks on his arms, like hunched forward. So just when you're like a Komodo dragon, or just a dragon,
Yeah.
Phoenix DS says, "Will the eyes glow?" We could do anything we want, guys. This is the thing about it. I mean, the exciting thing about owning your own IPs and Comicsgate is, first of all, we talk through everything that we do. We tell you guys everything that we're doing, what we're up to. You get to see the comics being made, and also there's no limits. Like, there's nobody in upper management saying we can't make Salamandroid's eyes glow. We want to do it. We can do it.
Yeah, you could do it. Remember those old toys? I think it was like the John Blackstar toys. They used to have the cigarette lighter in the back. You'd have to flick it, and then their chest would spark.
Yeah,
cool stuff.
A lot of people asking if there's going to be a Cecil Mander.
Yeah, a lot of people want a Cecil action figure. There's no reason why we can't do that as a stretch goal. And Cecil being very serious,
An action figure.
Yes. Well, he'd only need to be able to sit down.
Yeah, with maybe like a mobility scooter.
Yeah.
Freeloader mode.
People are saying, hell no, hire a sculptor. No, you don't understand. There's going to be a sculptor, but I need perfect turnarounds. I need the thing actually fully realized and ready to be sculpted.
Do I need to stand in front of those like airport scanners that can see you naked?
You were going.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
I was hoping.
Well, they always. First of all, when I travel with my sister and her family, I look like I'm kidnapping them, so I always get pulled for extra screening. They're like, is this guy bothering you? Blah blah blah. And then they pull me and they go, "Do you want the aggressive pat down, or will you go into this thing where we can see you naked?" And I always pick the naked.
Why not both?
Yeah, I know. I always pick the naked thing because I'm like, you know what? Fuck your day. You deal with this now. you live with this. So I always go in there.
Alibaba says thoughts on blackwashed Ariel and Tris Marigold. It's weird. Once or twice is one thing, but when it happens, blackwashing. I don't want to use that phrase too much, but when it happens as often as it's happening, it becomes a conspiracy. When it's just like, hey, we're going to do the Human Torch, who, by the way, wasn't listed there. I didn't see the Human Torch listed on this. John, did you see this yet? Did I show you?
I only heard a bit about it before I went on Drone and Quarter. But yeah, I guess Ariel from Little Mermaid is going to be casted as a black woman.
Well, yeah, that's just the tip of the iceberg, though, because what we've uncovered here, is just a conspiracy so immense that every redheaded character that's ever existed is being turned into a black person. And we've gone through it. Look at this.
It's about time gingers get what they deserve.
Yeah. Well, you can take that any way you want.
Mm-hmm. They're everywhere. They're overrepresented, really. Gingers.
It is the tip of the iceberg. The new Titanic movie, the boat is going to be black.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Somebody pointed out something kind of dark. Ginger is an anagram for the N word.
Oh my goodness.
Are you kidding me?
We'll work it out.
It's racist really just to work it out, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I'm just saying it's spooky as hell. Like, how is that a thing? So anyway, yeah, they're saying time's up, gingers, and I'm afraid that this is where we're going right now. So am I like surprised in any way about Ariel? No, I'm expecting it.
Yeah. So who are all these people? I know we got MJ somewhere on there, right? Like, who's this chick on the right with the big dreads?
Somebody from Hellboy. A character from Hellboy. So I don't know. Again, there are more and more. Who did I mention? The Human Torch. Johnny Storm. I mean, I don't see Johnny Storm here now. Johnny Storm's a blonde, I think. I don't think you'd call him a ginger, but it doesn't matter. It's just this crazy thing where these characters, these white characters, are all being made black, and not Latino, not Asian, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's all the same. Why, John? I don't care. I'm not saying I care. It's okay. Hold on. Let me be a white liberal. It's okay. It's okay that you're doing that. It's fine. In fact, I encourage it. I think we should do more of that. Was that cocky enough?
Well, I think I got what you're saying. You're saying that the black women can't swim, and why would she be a mermaid?
Whoa. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, why is Archie still white?
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying, and I'm saying it angrily.
Why not Native American?
Why is the monster from Bugs Bunny still? Why isn't he not black yet?
He's orange, right?
Yeah, he's a redhead. He's a ginger.
Oh yeah.
What's his name again?
I don't know.
Melvin. No, Melvin. What the hell is
Melvin?
Fix this now, Ethan.
Why, Danny Bonaducci? Why is he not black?
I've said that for years.
Home run right there.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, pal.
Yeah.
Why don't they make a black Dracula?
Why not?
Call him Blackula.
Blackula.
Yeah, call him Blackula.
They did a Dracula with an enormous schlong. He was Bram Stoker's ejacula.
We already solved the Carrot Top dilemma. Blacktop.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, snap.
Scream Blackula Scream had Pam Grier in it with great tits.
They say gingers have no soul. Now they have plenty of soul.
Yeah, that's it. They're giving soul to the soulless.
Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Soul.
John, you figured it out. So Hollywood is giving soul to the soulless.
Damn it, John. You are on top of it.
A lot of levels here.
Gingers don't have a soul. Let's give them soul. Make them black.
Alibaba says name 5 natural redheads from Hollywood since 2000.
Lucille Ball.
No, like since 2000. Like that was back in 1930.
Oh, what's her name with the teeth?
Christina Hendricks.
Christina Hendricks, I think, is natural.
And what about the chick from Spider-Man? What's her name? Kirsty Dunst or whatever. Kirsty
redhead?
She a redhead? I don't know.
Yeah, she's a redhead.
Emma Stone, they're saying. Is Emma Stone a redhead? I don't know anymore.
Who's that chick in Superman, Lois Lane?
Yeah, she is. Amy something.
Yeah.
Amy, what's her face? Definitely. Amy Adams.
Yeah.
How many is that? Just notice here. He says, tell Cecil I just posted his page on Twitter. What does that mean?
I don't know. What'd I do? Something wrong?
Oh, the page he was drawing of you.
Oh, someone drew? Okay.
Why would Miller draw a page of Cecil?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't everybody do that?
Dr. Evil Face says, we gingers have souls. Every freckle is one. I'm out in the sun and I'm getting freckles, you know.
Oh, well, it looks good. I'm looking at the page. Yeah, he made me skinny. He made me look like what I actually look like, and now he turned me into like a chunky. He made me look what I look like now, but as a young guy. I like it, Mike. I hope.
Yeah, in the book. Yeah, he's drawing you in the book. A fat, younger you.
You know what I just realized? Another famous redhead.
Yeah. Who's that?
I'm finding it right now. Let me call it up real quick here. It's not going to come up.
Do you want me to sing in the meantime?
Would you, yeah, like vamp for me?
She's not a girl who misses much.
Now.
Do.
That wasn't so bad. Other redhead, someone that I really adore, you know, Pow right to the moon. Pow right in the kisser. You know, Alice from the Honeymooners.
Alice Brandon.
Boom. Honeymooners remake. One of these is Alice. I can't tell.
Who played that? Joyce Randolph?
No, Audrey Meadows.
Oh, yeah, she was Trixie.
So there's another one. So you've got Audrey Meadows as Alice. And yeah, now she's been...
Art of Reed says no, I'm sorry. Anthony Buttrell III says Bryce Dallas Howard. She's a redhead.
Is she hot?
Oh, yeah.
And Karen Gillian, yeah, the chick who plays Nebula. She's a redhead. She's Scottish.
Yeah, she's cute.
Let me see if she's hot. Bryce Dallas Howard.
The Nebula chick? She's hot, yeah.
I don't know if I'd say hot.
Oh, she's gaining weight though, like me. Hold on a second. I'm gaining a little weight, Cecil.
I know. Your camera's on, Ethan. I know.
Oh shit. I'm getting a little weight, Cecil, so I cannot judge people the way that you do.
The lady asked me my weight at the DMV today. I said 230. She laughed. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
It means you're fat, John.
Here you go. Look, see this right here? Like nice, and then look down here. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's Ron Howard's daughter, though, not the Amelia Pond girl.
Whoa,
there she is on the bottom right.
I'm not like that's okay. Like she's
lock on your screen, Ethan.
Oh, I haven't done it? Okay, hold on. I thought I did do that. Cecil, here's what I'm saying. That's her now. Okay, forget that.
That's Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah,
see her up here. Look at this nice.
Yeah,
like Elizabeth Brightweiser here.
Listen, you do well, you eat well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
what I'm not sure she's doing that well though.
And this is her now.
Yeah, eating right, money, power, success.
Dude, I'm telling you this right now. I'm a feeder. We're sitting there watching very sad documentaries about the death of Natalie Wood today.
Bryce Dallas Howard is 3 cakes away from
what?
From Gail Simone.
Oh, don't.
Whoa.
Don't. No.
One wedding cake away.
By the way, why can't we replace Gail Simone with a black writer, female writer?
Yeah, let's get on that.
Yeah. immediately.
I'm sure that'll happen soon.
Leslie Jones for
Leslie Jones.
Cray.
Oh yeah.
Replace Gail Simone with Raven Simone.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. That's perfect. All the redheads. Get out of here.
Out.
Alibaba says, let's commit and breed with redheads to piss them off. Breed with redheads? I don't. Yeah. Look, I'm a feeder. I would take her out and I would be like, what would I feed her, Cecil? I would take her somewhere nice.
What would you feed?
Salad.
Bryce Dallas Howard, would you feed her?
Yeah.
I would take her out for chicken wings. I feel like she'd be receptive, and I feel like we would bang afterwards.
Yeah. Chicken wings. Lots of chicken wings.
Yeah.
Beer, like tons of beers.
Beers, chicken wings, blue cheese, definitely. Buckets of blue cheese.
Says for $10, she gives me $10. She gives me $10 to say this, Cecil. So shut up. You're not always right, Cecil. Sometimes you're wrong. She says, you look great, Ethan. Thank you, Joan of Arc. I think it's a shake. Can't wait for my Cyberfrog. And Lucille Ball dyed her hair all her life, not a natural redhead. She said, I look great.
You look great. Yeah, it's in writing. I see it.
Channel Isis Cart says,
I'll file this on under don't believe everything you see on the internet.
Cecil.
What?
You know what I'm saying. You know what I mean. Somebody wants me to feed Bryce Dallas Howard steakums. Can you make good steakums, Cecil?
Sure.
How do you do it?
Frying pan. Butter.
Butter? You use butter on steakums?
Absolutely. What are you going to do? Spray it with Pam?
No, you don't need to do anything. It's full of fat. I mean, if you just put the steakums in the pan, they're naturally going to.
You can do that if you don't care, but if you do care, you throw a couple pats of butter on there.
But that's not true. It's not one of the. I do care, and I don't do that. That's what I'm saying to you. What you do is you put it in there. First, you get.
Tell me a situation, Ethan, in your life in 44 years. Tell me a situation where adding butter ruined something.
Not sex.
Well, I was gonna say, I was gonna say, I don't know. When butter ruin something?
Throw some butter in the pan next time you make a steakum, and you go, "Oh shit!" See, I didn't get these tits overnight. I earned them.
Yeah,
that's right. I feel like anything that you feed Dallas Howard, when she's done, she's gonna cry. Anything unhealthy?
No, I don't think so. I think if I do a wing night with Dallas Howard, I think we're banging. She'll, obviously, like most girls who wake up with me, she'll have regret, but
then she'll cry.
Will she cry during?
No, not during. Then the next day, there's regret, but also she'll justify it somehow. I believe in her.
Basically, I also believe she'll come back, Cecil.
What?
She'll be knocking on your door the next day too. You're not gonna be able to get rid of her.
Yeah, no, I have a Ring doorbell. I could get rid of her. But
Last Tango in Paris, people are bringing up. That's what I was looking for. I was,
Yeah, right. Brando,
and Last Tango in Paris. Butter was inappropriately used. That was a Me Too moment right there.
Didn't he allegedly actually rape a girl in that movie?
When you say allegedly and then actually.
Oh, yeah. Didn't he allegedly rape a girl in that movie?
I don't know.
What do you want to do, John? Get sued by his son who's in jail for murder? Watch what you're saying.
Yeah, John.
Sorry.
Leodara says, what about butter on strawberries? Leodara, that sounds foul. And thank you for putting that up. Butter on pizza. Other people, and then they're calling Cecil a butter butt.
You can put butter.
I've been called worse.
Flake 452 points out that I'm slowly transforming into Santa Claus before his eyes. It's the beard.
Yeah, it's like watching the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. Yeah, this is like 45 minutes into the Santa Claus with Tim Allen.
He's already blowing up.
You're transforming into your annual Santa Claus, the one that you draw on the tidy whities.
Tidy whities, yeah.
I didn't do that last year. That was the first time that I did not do the the fat naked Santa in his underpants.
Oh.
People were mad at me about it. People said, "Where is it? Like my holidays can't begin." And I said, "Things have to change. Like we can't just always do the same thing all the time."
No. You know what Crazy Eddie used to do? You remember? Did you see Crazy Eddie commercials in New Jersey?
Crazy Eddie, prices are insane. That kind of.
He used to do Christmas in July.
Uh-huh.
He's because he was insane. It was a New York guy who sold electronics. I think you can do Christmas in July. There's still time for you to turn this around. Put him in your pool. Santa at your pool.
Santa in my pool?
Christmas in July.
Oh, you mean draw him in his like?
Do it now before the year's over. Yeah, you could.
Cecil, I just don't think people need that. You know, I'm trying to. I don't know.
Well, we missed out on Santa, but we got Bro White.
Bro White was better. By the way, Bro White is the next phase for his name is Under Panta Claus because he's wearing his underpants. And I love the word underpants. You know, it's a word that your mom says to you, you know, when you're a little kid. Wear your underpants.
Mm-hmm.
Did you soil your underpants again today? Like that's something that everybody remembers from their childhood. So I like Under Panta Claus. And people got used to it. I think people like really respected what I was doing with Under Panta Claus.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see it become an annual tradition. You know, when I say we got to move on, like we can't just keep doing the same thing every single year, people get mad at me and they go, yeah, well, it's called, yes, we can. It's called tradition, you know. But I have different traditions. Like in August, I spend most of the time dressed like Papa Smurf.
Oh, you got the white beard now too.
Yeah. I mean, I walk around the house. I've got a whole thing. Like I dress like Papa Smurf for most of August, and I'm
red. You wear red pants?
Would you like to see? I mean,
of course.
Okay, all right.
Wait, why did you pick August 17th as the date?
That's when Bill Clinton confessed to Monica Lewinsky.
Do you know what August 6th was?
What?
Bombing of Hiroshima.
Yeah, but not in 1998.
You know what the August 9th was?
What?
Nagasaki.
Not in 1998, though. That was like a long time before.
And things that happened in August. You know what August 9th was?
What?
Death of Jerry Garcia.
I think we should make that our new tradition, the bombing of Japan.
Yeah, August 6th and August 9th should be. Let's do celebrations.
Just every year, let's just drop a nuke there. Say, don't forget.
August 6th, Hiroshima. August 9th, Nagasaki.
Merry Christmas.
I don't know why you guys want to do that.
Mike Miller said still hurts. Sorry, I didn't mean to pick a scab there, Mike.
Mike's family remembers that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of his grandparents was he a suicide bomber?
Artful Dodger says August 19th is Bill Clinton's birthday. A lot of shit was going on in August. Who knew?
Happy birthday. Now confess to America that you lied.
August 8th was Garcia, someone said. I thought it was August 9th. I'm going to double check. I'm not going to believe you. I have a memory. I'm not normally wrong.
Rebel Leaf says Mike Miller is fake Japanese. Not true. Not true. He's real.
No, wrong. First of all, the guy who corrected me was wrong. I was right. August 9th, 1995.
Oh, Mike says no LOL. He said, no LOL. My mom's entire village died from firebombing except her family. That's funny that he would put an LOL in that.
Why is he laughing about that? That's horrible. That's not
because there's no way the internet say.
Yeah.
Everybody in the village died except for. Well, he's laughing at you because that Bitcoin's flying, man.
I know it is. It is.
Zugi01 says John, I think, is going to have less Japanese customers now. I'll make up with it with my proud Vietnamese heritage.
This is me in August. Through most of the month of August, I do dress like Papa Smurf.
Wow.
That's what it looks like when I'm dressed like Papa Smurf.
You don't even have to wear the beard anymore.
I'm working on it. It's like right for now, like that's the Papa Smurf beard. But I have a very limited beard. I don't know.
What was the situation here? What? That's just regular August 1 that comes on?
Yeah. So you could say Papa Bless to me, if you want in August. It's just something I do. You can see I have little Papa Smurf booties on down there. You see my foot?
Yeah.
Mm.
I go all out.
Do you go out? Do you leave the home like dressed like that?
I don't always. But yeah.
Aren't you afraid of Gargamel?
Isn't everyone?
I think you just gotta double down on this. Get rid of the blue shirt and go blue paint.
Blue Man Group.
Wait, did you see that guy who drank like the silver bromide and made his skin blue? There's like a silver.
Yeah, do that. Do that, Ethan.
You know what I'm talking about?
That guy died. Alibaba says whitewashed Papa Smurf, not even blue. Shaking my head. A lot of people mad at me about that right now. Cultural appropriation.
John, can you type in blue skin man? There's a dude. He has a white beard just like Papa Smurf, and he took like a silver chemical. He drank it, and he literally turned into Papa Smurf because your skin turns blue.
Yeah, he looks perfectly fine and healthy. What are you talking about? You're gonna die, Ethan.
Yeah.
He wants me to. Anyway, Alibaba said 5 minutes of EVS stream cleansed my Holly cursed soul. Well, you're welcome for that. And then also R-rated horror comedy podcast says, I backed Cyberfrog at the $50 level. I believe indie creators really are the future of comics. Honest creativity, future product. Thank you. Jedi Knight and friend to Alita, another $5 says, had a dream I was the Vespus Apocalypse at a rave with a bunch of chicks. And we went to a resistance meeting. You had to tell us how to win the war. A lot of people are having dreams like that. A lot of women are having dreams like that, where I tell them how to win the war.
Wait, can you look at that? The picture John has? That's not altered. That's his real skin color because he drank.
He doesn't look happy about it. Why is he so unhappy about it?
Because fucking Heavy is the head that wears the crown. He's now Papa Smurf. He's running the village. He thought he wanted the fucking responsibility, but now,
Change his mind.
Yeah.
Oh, it turns out the change to your skin color is permanent.
That's permanent. That's kind of enviable.
Yeah.
What did he drink? It was like a silver something he drank.
Yeah, you really got to commit.
He drank like a fluid that was based on I forget what it was called.
The white of your eyes and nail bed may also turn blue-gray. It's from a buildup of silver. I'm looking to find out if it's fatal, because if it's not, you might want to think about it, Ethan.
Yeah, put it in your back pocket. That's all.
Yeah, it'll be funny
for the month of August, but I can't. What happens when September rolls around?
He died at 62. He had a heart attack.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
He ate silver compound for more than 10 years.
Why would he do that? Why was he eating silver compound for 10 years?
Because he wanted to look sexy and blue, like Nightcrawler.
That's not true, Cecil. You're making up that reason.
Why else would he do it?
The skin discoloration won't go away, but sunscreen can help prevent the color from darkening. Makeup can hide the effects of aguirre on your skin. So you just need makeup.
I wear that anyway. So.
By the way, the silver didn't kill him. He was a heavy smoker, and his heart troubles were related to smoking. So the silver was not something that killed him. Ethan, this might be something for you.
I'm thinking about it, but skeptical. I don't know if I need it. I don't know if I need to have blue skin. And I appreciate your argument. I'll run it by headquarters, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
As of now,
Mike Miller?
No, not Mike Miller. Mike Miller's not headquarters. My wife, I'll ask her. I'll say, do you want me to permanently turn blue? And see what she says.
Yeah. And that's everything. Head to toe.
Really?
Yeah. Every inch of his skin. Balls, blue balls, permanent.
His balls are blue permanently?
Let's see if we can find a picture of that.
Cecil, this doesn't sound good.
I think he looks great. That guy looks more legit Papa Smurf than that thing you were doing.
I completely disagree.
What does Zach say? Commit to the bit.
Cecil. That guy, look, he looks unhealthy. He looks like a very unhappy corpse. All right. Look, you can picture. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No. Like, that's Papa Smurf right there.
That's a gnome. You're a gnome. This
Like
guy is that's Papa Smurf. John's avatar is Papa Smurf. You're a
Yeah,
garden gnome at best.
yeah, and I'm not buying this unhappiness. Hold on one second here.
Yeah, he's pensive. The guy's leading a village. It takes a village, and he's got to deal with Brainy Smurf, who's a total cocksucker.
It's true. It's factual.
Everything is satisfactual, zippity doo dah.
There he is.
There. Now think about
Now
it.
he's happy. God, that's unsettling. I didn't need to see that at all. That is creepy as hell. Like, what if you looked in the mirror in your bathroom and then that was what you saw and it didn't move?
That says to me, I got over it.
I moved on.
Yeah. And you will too, Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This guy had a bad high school breakup.
You know what? He needs to be a spokesman for the LGBTQ community with their "It Gets Better" slogan,
Mm-hmm. He can be well, they already have a B.
Yeah.
He can be the A for Agira or whatever that is, the technical term for Agira.
That's Cecil. When you make Cecil laugh, but that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to stifle in the background. You said something good.
Mm-hmm. Rebel Leaf says that guy's got to be from Michigan. No, but I did, when I was doing a search, I did see something that said something about the blue people of Kentucky.
Yeah.
So probably people working in silver mines or something.
What a weirdo. You know what? Screw him. I don't like him.
Yeah, screw all blue people. Done with that.
All right. Screw all blue people.
Mm-hmm.
I wish Jennifer Lawrence would commit to her fucking part and just eat some silver bromide or whatever the fuck it was.
What?
Yeah, commit to the role.
She was Mystique.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Daniel Day-Lewis would do it.
Yeah, he would. If Daniel Day-Lewis had the role of Papa Smurf, he'd be eating silver right now.
All right, I'm going to show
Christian Bale would do it.
This upset me. I took a picture of it today. So
Dustin Diamond would do it.
Pay attention. Kids are learning the alphabet at school. All right, and I'm getting homework brought home. This is how many letters can you make? A, B.
M is striking.
Why are they asking kids to make the letter M? Cecil, what kind of school asked the kids to make the letter M?
The yoga school.
It's sobering. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What about W?
That's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they asking kids? You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Look, the hands are on the ass and they're spread.
Yeah, that's not even necessary. They should be on the ground holding him up, right? Or her.
I don't think I would make a good M with my big belly and ass.
Yeah.
Ethan, are you covering up the anus with
I
your cursor?
did, and then I moved it away. People have a right to see everything.
Yeah. Ethan was ashamed.
Some people are pointing out that they seem to have forgotten the letter J.
What about the W? That looks like a fucking torture.
Yeah, how is that a thing? Like,
G is a big cop out.
Yeah. G isn't even a G, it's another C.
Yeah. Oh, I flip my hands up and pull my feet apart. Somehow that makes a G. No.
Yeah.
No, you need breaking bones for a good G.
If anyone in the audience wants to try these poses out, just be sure you get photos of it.
Yeah.
Love to see them.
what I'm saying, what I want to say is just watch what your kids are bringing home.
Yeah.
Okay, just when look at their homework, check their homework. Just make sure teachers and feel free to ask them. Be like, did anyone ask you to make the letter M? It's another way of asking.
Any ladies in the chat, feel free to send me the letter M in my email.
Yeah.
Oh, I recognize the M as Robbie Rectum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got an M from Robbie Rodriguez.
I wasn't looking for it.
You didn't realize he sent you you were looking at it like it was an O, but it was really an M all along.
Yeah.
So I'm going to send a personal request to the ladies of Canada to try these letters out.
I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I just I don't know.
Cecil and I sold out to Canada on a dime.
What does that mean?
Well, we're normally talking a little bit of light smack about Canada, but yesterday or the day before was Canada Day. And there's some lovely ladies from Canada being shamed because they happen to be, well equipped.
Yeah.
And celebrating their national pride. And people are shaming them because they happen to have, really good breasts.
Why should they be ashamed of that? They should be proud of that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Cecil and I said. So we immediately white knighted them.
Mm-hmm.
And then people did call me out and say, don't you always shit on Canada in your live streams? And that's a lie. No, I love Canada.
Never. It's never even happened.
I've never done it either. I like Canada. Every time I've been to Canada, it's been a joy.
Oh yeah, I love the customs that are tougher than any other country, even though it's smaller than California.
Yeah,
I like the postal system where 90% of what you send gets lost.
Yeah,
it's great. Canada's great.
I like going to Canada at a comic book convention, and filling up my pockets up with cash from doing sketches. And it's like, hey, look, I made $8,000 in Canadian money, and then going through customs, and turns out it's $250.
Mm-hmm.
8,000. Well, that's the running joke me and John have when we get Canadian super chats. It's like $2, and then I go, John, what's the exchange rate on that? And he goes, you owe them 50 cents.
Yeah, it's bleak. It's really bleak.
I actually.
Yeah, but we're over that now.
We're totally over it. That chick with her cans, straightened me out.
There were a few of them that were really upset about how they were being shamed because they were, fine blonde Canadian ladies, not being able to just wear a shirt.
I hate that they were being given a hard time.
I hate it more than Cecil hates it.
No, I hate it more than you.
I hate it. I have, you know what? My elbow has hurt so bad and people say, why are you wearing like elbow pads all the time? My elbows hurt all the time. So bad. And I wish it would stop. I went to CVS. People say, people are like, oh, tell me about the elbow pads. Is that enough? No, it isn't always enough. I went to CVS. I'm just like, I'm going to get like some kind of topical, what would you call it, Cecil?
Ointment?
Like an ointment to put on, to make me feel better. It's like, what the hell is this? What section of CVS is this?
The eternal pain?
I've already got that.
Why don't you get a drafting board like Jack Kirby?
I don't know.
John, do you draw on a drafting board?
Heck no, I draw on my lap more or less because I have that Mobile Studio Pro.
And do you wear pads?
No. What you need to do is you need to get a desk made out of like what is that kind of like jelly material?
Nerf.
I could draw them because then my pencil would puncture the paper. I need a hard surface to draw on.
Well, yeah, the hard surface is for the drawing board, but where you put your elbows is on your hard desk. That's where you need the like some foam pads.
Yeah.
Then you won't need to wear sweaty elbow pads. They probably stink.
No, they smell good. Derek H says, when should I expect Cyberfrog? Well, it's at the printer now, so it should be back in a couple of weeks. And I got to sign them. So you're going to get it probably in July, depending on where you live, the end of July or maybe the beginning of August for some of the foreign, foreigners.
Yeah, all you foreigners.
That's not what you call them. You call them international customers.
Internationals.
You don't call them foreigners or aliens, Like, that's not something you want to say to your customers. You don't want to say for the aliens.
Well, I just left the Democratic Party today, so now I'm calling them for I call them illegal aliens.
Don't call your customers illegal aliens.
Tell me what to do.
Yeah, immigrants. Don't call them immigrants. I would just call them international. So if you're international, if you're
Foreigners,
not foreigners, that means they don't belong. They're like they're weird. You know what I mean? You don't say foreigners anymore. That means something kind of derogatory now.
Call them gaijin.
Yeah, gaijin. Comics Legend says it's going to take a month to sign the books, EVS. No, it isn't. It really isn't. I'm pretty good at signing. I plan on taking a week and just doing nothing but signing. And I think I can plow through 20,000 copies in a week. What do you guys think?
Holy cow.
Ooh, I think that's a lot. 20,000. Are you going to do that full little signature you do?
Yeah, I'm going to carefully draw my signature.
Are you really?
Yeah.
20,000.
That's going to be.
And you think you're going to do that in a week? That's going to take a month.
It's not. How would it take a month to just draw? I can do 5,000 of those in a day. Right?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. When I went out to sign for Graveyard Shift, I think it took me a day and a half for 2,000 copies. So, I told Mark, and I didn't take my own advice, but I told Mark just to simplify your signature, and he just made it a P, and he was done in no time at all.
I love my customers. I am not doing that. They are all getting my signature. They're getting a nice signature from me. Yeah. So you're going to start seeing your books come in and at the end of July, could be, beginning of August, but I don't believe any of these guys. As soon as the books come in, I'm in there signing. And as I sign, I'm going to ship.
When you get to mine, can you write Dearest Cecil?
In nice script. Yeah.
That's all I ask.
How will I know that it's yours?
You'll know once you get to it.
I don't know, Cecil. I no promises on that. No calligraphy for you. I mean, no promises. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I don't ask for much.
Yeah. You deserve so much more. I admit it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I honestly cannot wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, we're all real excited.
Do you really think you're going to do 20,000 copies in a week?
Yes. Maybe 9 days. Maybe 9 days. Wait, why do you think it's going to be more than that when it's probably going to be even less than that?
Because he just told you it took him 1 day to do 2,000, 1.5 to do 2,000 times up by time.
John's like a living caveman. It's a wonder that John can even make fire.
True.
John signs with an X, and it still took him 2 days.
No, I signed my full name. I should have just signed my last name. I think that's what I'll do with my next one. It's just my last name.
Yeah. No, I'm going to do my full signature as usual. It's what I do, and I think people are expecting it. I'm going to write Van Sciver Uber Ollies over it too. Do the whole thing. Do the whole spiel. People are going to be happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the swastika.
Yeah, the swastika meme.
Yeah.
I'll make people happy.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of people waited. A lot of people waited.
Yeah, it will be fun to see how many days that takes you. 20,000 copies?
Mm-hmm.
That'd take me a month.
I don't think so. I don't think it's going to take that long. And I'll probably live stream a little bit from there while I'm doing it. The most boring live streams in the world, but I'll probably do it just so people see the progress, see me pumping out books. You guys have to understand, I have the system. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go with this. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Clip that.
Famous last words. I know exactly what I'm doing, guys. I can do it. I can do it. Do it.
I'll do it.
Hey, you want to see something that's going to make Mike Miller jealous that I got
Yes.
today?
The Wienermobile?
No, it's just it's Twitter. You know how sometimes like something happens on Twitter and you're just like, yeah, like somebody cool talks to you or something.
And totally doesn't talk to Mike.
This person, no. I mean, Mike would be. This is one of the few people. All right, ready? Boom. Most people, it's the other way around.
Jesus Christ followed you.
No.
South American?
No, it's Jesus Christ.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. That's a big star.
Yeah. One of the biggest.
Celebrity. Yeah. So most people, like I say, for most people, it's the other way around.
Yeah, Lucifer.
No. I mean, people follow Jesus.
Mm.
And, in this case, Jesus Christ follows me.
Oh, you are a holy man.
It's no big deal. No big deal.
Holy and humble.
Yeah. I'm not bragging. It's just one of those things. It's like every day something fun happens like that.
Yeah.
Now, John, were you ever in Wizard magazine?
No, but I did buy it.
Were you around at the time? I mean, were you working when Wizard was
No. When did Wizard go out? 90s?
No, it was around in the 2000s. It was like maybe 2009 or 10.
Oh,
down.
Wow. No, I all I really did up until that time was probably Nitrogen with Rob Liefeld. So
yeah. People want to know what's on Cecil's screen.
That's Judy Garland dancing around.
Is it? Let me look.
It's a tight little package.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you like that?
Yeah. 411's fine.
411. That's Mike Miller height.
That's a portable girlfriend. That's what I call that, like a portable girlfriend.
All leg.
Yeah, not like a blow up girlfriend. That's portable too. But this is. I'm just saying, you put her in your pocket, you can pick her up.
She'll sing you a little tune. Look at that.
I was never into Judy Garland. I got to be honest with you. I'm not attracted to Judy Garland.
Now, when she was in Wizard of Oz, they had to tape her boobs down. How old was she?
Like, I don't know.
20? 20 something?
No. Cecil, can you do the research real quick? How old was Judy Garland?
In, when was that, 1939?
39.
She was born in 22. Do the math.
I can't.
27?
No, 17.
17.
She was 17. So they were taping her boobies down at 17. You know what's weird about it?
There she is.
Yeah, like look at her. She looks like she's honestly, I couldn't tell how old that is. You know what I mean?
I'm getting ads.
Okay. Oh wait, you have to stop. I'm getting a message that says this hangout will end if you continue broadcasting content you aren't authorized to use.
Shit. Sorry.
I've never gotten a warning like that before. Yeah. I've never gotten
I got one of those.
Sorry about
Mike
that.
Miller did it to me.
Yeah. Let me broadcast content.
To do that.
I have to.
He was broadcasting the Toy Story trailer. He's like, "Hey, John, you see this?" Like I care.
Why was he broadcasting the
shit? That's all I needed. All I needed is get your channel taken down.
Yeah. Hey, Anna, that Star Wars girl's in here. Hi, Anna.
Hi, Anna.
Hey, Anna.
We're thinking about you. Look at this. Now, John, I was in Wizard magazine.
Yes, sir.
This is can you see that? Or does it?
No, I'm looking at you right now.
Okay. Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm locked. I'm in the Hangout.
Okay,
locked on you.
I didn't share it. Okay, hold on a second. Share. Let me see how this works. How's that?
Oh yeah.
You
look like a young Mitch Breitweiser there.
Yes. Others said a young David Duchovny. You know, people said David Duchovny. Look at my hair. Look at all the hair I had.
Yeah. Your mouth is halfway open, Ethan.
How old were you there, Ethan?
You
look like a young Judy Garland. 17 tops.
17. No, I am. Let's see. During Impulse, 1998, 24. You look like a young Randy Quaid, says Casis. Yeah, I know, because now I look like an old Randy Quaid. I got it. Starting as an independent artist on Cyberfrog for Hall of Heroes and Harris Comics, Van Sciver worked on DC's Impulse and Flash Iron Heights. Now Marvel's core New X-Men fill-in artist. Oh, I was on New X-Men at this time.
Oh, so that what's his name? Impulse. So that was a much older drawing at the time of this article, right?
I guess so. I was about to do X-Men. That was 2002. So I would have been 26 or 28. I don't know, something like that. David Tay says, you look like a young Michael Douglas. That's better. Like, I like that. Michael Douglas. A young Michael Douglas. Van Sciver's got a new X project in the works with Jeff Johns called The Morlocks. That never happened. That never came to be.
Was that X-Men Morlocks?
Yeah.
You know, the Morlocks had a healer, and his name was just called the Morlock Healer.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't Professor X just be like, yo, how about touching my spine for a minute?
That makes sense. Why do you insist on it? Why do you insist on, being in a wheelchair? You don't have to.
And even if the guy was like, no, I don't want to, his whole power is that he could make the guy do it.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. This is the clickbait right here. Why he'll be hot. Why he'll be hot. Here's the answer.
Implying that you weren't hot at the time.
Well, getting hotter.
Yeah. Inferno level. Above 9,000. Your final form.
This isn't my final form.
Oh, still working on it.
I'm afraid that this isn't my final form. I'm running out of skin.
Oh, yeah. Wizard Magazine. That was fun, man. We gotta do something like that. We gotta fix.
If we could go back to the 90s and heal Professor X, would you still keep him with the wheel gimmicks and just keep him on rollerblades or something?
What? What do you mean go fix Professor X?
Like if they did have him make the Morlock healer heal him in the 90s, would they put him on rollerblades then?
That would be good. Yeah, if he were he's got a roll? Is that the whole point?
He's keep the rolling gimmick. So all of a sudden now he's obnoxious with his legs. He's rollerblading everywhere.
Did they do they see me rolling, they hating with Professor X? Or no? They probably have, right? I mean, that's
so many missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Ethan, if you were to launch a Wizard magazine, like how would you do it differently than Wizard? What would be your main angle on it?
I would use it mostly to persecute my enemies.
Yes.
That's the one thing I would do differently than Wizard did. Wizard persecuted some of my enemies, but I would persistently persecute my enemies.
They were biased on the DL. You're going to be very upfront about it.
I would
stabbing
25%. I'm sorry to step, but 25% of it I would use to persecute. The other 75% would be to promote NASA.
Promoting NASA is part of it, but I would dox, my enemies, in the pages of the magazine, nude photos of them stolen from ex-lovers.
Yeah. Send all your trash to this email. Yeah. And it'll get published regardless. Doesn't matter if it's real or not.
Yeah, I would hope to ruin a lot of people's lives with your magazine. A lot of bad people. Don't worry about it. A lot of bad people. Leave it up to my judgment.
We could compare Robbie Rectum's anus to other anuses.
Mm-hmm.
like Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yeah. We'd have drawing contests for Robbie Rodriguez's anus.
Oh, realism.
Draw Tippy the turtle, but draw Robbie the rectum.
That would sell the book right there.
Envelope art.
Everyone
I don't know. We have ideas. Wizard Magazine, there were a lot of good things going for it, but there were some things that I would have done differently.
Mm-hmm.
Cecil
could have his own little like Dear Abby section or something.
Yeah, I would give advice. I would do definitely a double page spread on the anus.
Obi-Wan says Uncle EVS is a white male version of the Cakes and Pies lady from Deuce Bigalow. Why would you say that? I've never seen it, so I don't get the reference. Like, it could be I don't know.
All I remember about Deuce Bigalow was the lady who said something like, "You like steak?" Yeah.
I just remember him walking down the block with a really tall girl, and then never showed her face because she was so tall. And then the people driving by kept yelling, "That's a big bitch!"
Oh, and when they nair his butt, I think it's Eddie Griffin. Is that the comedian? And he's like giving the signal to like part to spread his cheeks out.
Algo says, was Kurt Cobain's death first signal to killer hornets? No. That wasn't soy based. That was just sad. Oh. Yeah, it was just sad. I love Kurt Cobain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you blame Courtney Love in it at all?
Mentally ill people surround themselves with mentally ill people. I don't know. Now we're getting serious. I don't know. At the time, I remember being like, why didn't any of his friends help him? You idiots. Why didn't you help him? You left him alone, But you can't blame people for that,
Did you know that Kurt Cobain had really bad dandruff?
How do you know that?
They found his head and shoulders behind the couch.
Oh, you.
How did Kurt Cobain collect his thoughts?
Oh.
With a dust buster.
Oh.
Yeah, I love Kurt too. But enough time has gone by. It's not too soon. What was Kurt Cobain's last hit?
Oh, hitting the floor. Yeah.
What does Kurt Cobain want for Christmas?
What?
2 front teeth.
Oh.
Thank you, Google, for giving me this list of Kurt Cobain jokes.
You Googled the horrible Kurt Cobain joke.
I just typed in Kurt Cobain jokes. Yeah. How good is that Unplugged album?
It's all right. It wasn't my favorite. My favorite, honestly, my favorite album was In Utero. Yeah, it was just slightly underrated, but they were really coming into their own. And then they put out, like, posthumously, they put out this song, "You Know You're Right," which would have led off the next album. And it's like, God, that song's good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Says R.I.P. Kurt, my favorite artist. Yeah, I like him a lot. He was.
In Utero was supposed to be the anti-commercial album,
and it wasn't, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think is that the one they produced twice? Like, they had one producer on it, and it sounded really bad. Like, it was just like one mic or something like that. And then they handed it off to one of the mainstream producers. Like, the record company demanded it, and then they remixed the whole thing.
Yeah,
and that's why it sounds so good. But there's like a bad mix, I think. Well, what are quote bad mix out there of the original where it doesn't sound so great.
Barb Roberts is here. She's a loyal fan. We love you, Barb. She says, "Happy 4th of July from a Canadian. Don't give up your Second Amendment rights. It protects the first." Cold Dead Hands, Charlton Heston. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Thank you, Barb.
10 pics on Twitter if you're a Canadian.
Matt Becker says, "Ethan, you're such a boomer normie on music."
Kurt Cobain had Crohn's disease, I believe, and that's what got him addicted to heroin. It was the only thing that would give him relief. Crohn's disease is where your intestines start telescoping on themselves, and it's absolute agony and you have to lay down and do things to get it to untelescope.
Like what?
I don't know what you do, but it supposedly it's.
What would you have to do to get your intestine to go the other way?
there's just like teas and stuff they would drink, and then you have to lay down, and it's agony until it straightens. Your body wants to straighten it out, but there are ways you could lay and things you could eat that would help it.
Are there things that you could put up there?
I don't know how far up. Well, Siri, are there things you could put up there?
You asking? What about a lightsaber? A plastic one, not a real one.
Oh yeah, you don't want to kill him.
Yeah.
Obama Buck says Penny Royal Tea. Yeah, Penny Royal Tea was actually about his Crohn's disease, that song.
Well, yikes. Sometimes it does end up being porn. And then what are you going to do?
What do you got there?
Star Wars toys.
Cures for Crohn's disease. Your answer for everything is sticking something up your ass.
No, it isn't.
Well,
Definitely not. That's a rare thing. Like, that's not something that I wouldn't recommend that.
not a first resort.
No, last resort. Thank you. Most certainly a last resort. But somebody sent me a whole thing. They make Star Wars toys,
But if you put things in the ass, you're thinking outside the box.
Yeah. Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover is still available. Links in the description. Wow, we're at $223,121. We do have some backers that just came on board, and thank you for that. I had Mike S. Miller on my stream the other night, and I made him like $500 to $700 just mentioning his comic once.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I look forward to having you guys, on there.
Yeah. And Cecil needs to get something together here. Getting tired of waiting.
Yeah.
What's that?
On your Backstab or whatever book you're going to do. Cecil.
I've been working on it for the last couple of weeks. I wrote a whole. I have to talk with one of you guys because you're pros. I don't know if this could be like 4 volumes or one book. It's really involved. It could be as long as I want it to be because it's like an odyssey.
Yeah.
It's it's got every Cecil lore and a backstory to everything, and I think it's pretty funny.
Great.
And I can't wait for your book, Cecil.
You get a free copy, Anna.
There you go. That's what we do for our friends, right?
Mike, you have to pay double to make up for that, though, if you don't mind. I see him right under.
Mike,
Graveyard Shift, July 16th is going to launch. So hopefully everyone save up your pennies because July is going to be a huge month for Comicsgate. Jawbreakers is coming out July 8th. Will be out on the 16th. And then Starblades, I think, is on the 18th. And maybe Rainbow Brute by the end of the month. So big month.
By the way, I said Rainbow, and I got so much pushback for that. People are like, it needs to be Rainbow Brute.
Well, I saw somebody write Rainbow Brute. Does that work?
No, bro.
No, too much. Rainbow Brute.
Yeah.
Rainbow Boot.
Boot. Rainbow. It's
Yeah.
Rainbow Boot or Rainbow Brute, but it can't be Rainbow Brute.
Yeah, Rainbow Brute.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's a little hard to come off. Yeah, a lot of people screw it up.
Imagine trying to say that when you're drunk, and when else would you say it? I mean, it's got to be I don't know. Rainbow Fabio, says Ben Pichetti.
Wow, upper below average says Cecil is a soothing balm on an anal fissure.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wrote a whole story about it, but I made it completely different from what you wanted, and I'll give it to you soon. It has nothing to do with a little boy, though.
Yeah, you were going in an interesting direction that I'll check out. I mean, there are if you write some little some take on it, I can look at it and see if it's not perfect in and of itself, which it might be. Extrapolate some pieces from it.
I was thinking like more of like hipster soy boys doing drugs in the woods, and then they meet up with Rainbow Brute, who's like a completely opposite of them, and then they take him home.
Are they also 2 inches tall?
No, they're full size, and they pick him up because he's just a fairy. He's just a little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, he cuts off one of their fingers when he picks them up. And it's just, I have like an idea, but it's not really what Ethan was going for. But I was just thinking.
Well, I want to read it anyway and see how it looks. See what I can.
Mike says Cecil's has too much rape.
Yeah, Cecil's ideas were weird. I mean,
no, I was joking that day. There's no rape.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect so, really. I don't think Cecil's going to do that.
No.
Weren't you guys kind of going along the lines that it's Rainbow Brute trying to deal with his son? Wasn't that kind of
yeah. That's like the crux of the story, and also his sister's missing. Rainbow Brute's sister's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
So it's like we've got to go save your aunt, and teach you how to be a man along the way. While we're interacting with all of these fairy tale kind of girls' toy properties that have been masculinized, and by being masculinized, they've been fixed. A lot of people also, I got a lot of feedback about Bible-rella. Bible-rella is a concept I had about 10 years ago that I offered to DC Comics. They never picked it up.
What?
Yeah, it's a story about an old lady who, slams a 40-pound Bible down on masturbators. On their penis. Not to put too fine a point on it. All right, so he's
Wait, Dan Didio said no to this.
He said no. I had a sketch. No, I had a proposal. I was like, look, he's she's like, no self-pleasuring, sinner. And then boom, Bible right down on the balls. And
they're like, Ethan, we got something like that in the works right now.
Yeah.
I like you drew her like a young Gail Simone.
Yeah.
Is that his little boner there in his pants?
No, that's his pants that are open. His hand is actually working it right in that frame.
Wait, that's too high. That's too high.
No. There. You see his butt crack? His pants are down.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that's the thing. And a lot of people like this idea a lot more than I thought they would. Like a lot more than DC. DC did not like this idea. Char77 says, wonder why they didn't pick it up. Now, this is Bible-rella. Back in the days of prohibition, there were women like this who would go into bars, and because they're old women and nobody wanted them to catch a smack. I mean, they would go in there with baseball bats and smash all the booze. This was before prohibition, when women were fighting against alcohol. Okay, so you had women like this. Carrie Nation, for example, would go in with a baseball bat and beat all the liquor. Now, this woman is kind of like Carrie Nation.
But women like that need alcohol most of all.
I agree. She goes around and she's gonna beat the love of Jesus into you with a 40-pound Bible is heavy.
That's no joke.
It would be like slamming it in a car door. It would be like putting it on a windowsill.
Like driving a nail back in.
Yeah. Classic Comics says EVS projecting again. What am I projecting? I don't want to slam Bibles down on balls.
This is probably a book for Mike.
Mike might want to do this.
But where are these kids masturbating? In like public?
I don't know.
Church?
You know what? This is a fantasy world in which it's out of control. Okay? Like it's everywhere. It's out of control, and it needs maybe she has a point, but then again, it's gonna make you think.
I feel like this would be a great video game.
It's a think piece.
Yeah. Like you're gonna go, wait a second. I'm people wanting to prohibit my me time. Like I'm not for that. And then you go and then you read this and you're like, that really made me think. Like maybe
I mean, who doesn't control themselves? I only masturbate while I'm on live stream with John and you, Ethan.
Yeah. Maybe I want to have my wiener maybe I deserve to have my wiener slammed down on with a holy Bible and have it pop like a water balloon.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See, I see this as a side scroll game, like the old school Streets of Rage, and then you have all the thugs when they walk into the screen, they're just all whacking off, and then you chase them down, throw some barrels at them.
Not a bad idea. Well, see, this has potential for merchandising. Lots of potential for merchandising.
And you got to get them before they get off on you.
Yeah. So this is an idea that I offered. I just said, look, I was kind of awkward about it. I've told you guys some of my ideas. B-Dad says, hey guys, hey chat, is iPhone XR good or nah? I don't have an iPhone X. It's great. I don't know about XR.
XR is fine.
I've told you guys some of my ideas. One of my ideas that I pitched to MTV, and by the way, very few of my ideas ever got picked up by anyone. I'm not exactly Doug TenNapel. Okay. But the good news is I still own them all, don't I? All right. So I own Bible-rella. I didn't give it away to some soulless corporation. I own it. I also own my story about archaeologists and scientists. They're scientists. I would just call them scientists, not archaeologists, who do kind of Nat Geo documentaries about, hey, we found a frozen mammoth body and it's in perfect condition, or we just were excavating the mummy's tomb, and they're under the lid.
And then they try to bang the mummy.
Right. While they're teaching you about it. See, obviously you caught it. You're right on top of it.
By the way, nice. Dee said to call her Master Basher instead of Bibarella.
Mistress Basher. No, Master Basher. Well, I'm not sure. We'll think about it. But in any case, that was the idea. You're gonna watch scientists teach you about a real life mummy and what a mammoth was like, while just off screen, their hips are moving funny.
DC passed on that as well.
MTV did. This was an MTV animated short that I was going to do. I offered it to them, and they said, no. All right.
Spike and Madness wants Bibarella versus Bro White.
Yeah.
That could happen.
You should try Disney with it.
That's an idea. But anyway, so Bibarella, really popular. A lot of people are like, what was DC thinking? Bibarella might be a part of Rainbow Brood. There are we're doing a Bro White, like the ash can kind of thing. The special extra is going to be Bro White. It's going to be the story of Bro White. I don't see why we couldn't also do a short story in there about Bibarella, drawn by Kelsey Shannon.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
and Kelsey's got really good stuff. He sent me a book, some vampire book. I want to call it like Dark Fang or something like that, but he drew it, he colored it. Amazing.
Now, what is DC going to do when Bibarella makes $1 million on Indiegogo? Right?
Riot. They won't be able to control themselves.
They'll do zombie Bibarella.
It'll be the whole new. They'll dump superheroes right away, and it'll all turn into a lot of religious judgment.
Take chances. Have ideas. Get ideas. Take chances. Do great things.
Now, does she only whack boners, or does she whack anything else? Bible thumper.
Yeah, I would just think that one thing. Mike said because it's stupid. Mike doesn't like the idea.
What does Mike know?
Mike, why would you say it's stupid? It's not stupid. Bibarella has no story. It's just a one-note concept. What the heck, Ethan? No, I'd build a story around it.
Yeah, every masturbation is its own story. Infinite stories.
If people are smoking doobs, she can whack them.
Yeah.
If you're having sex outside of marriage.
But think you could do an entire arc about her doing it to bronies who are watching My Little Ponies.
The people in this chat, they have different opinions. I'm getting mixed signals. The first time, everyone thought it was great, and this time they're saying it's cringy.
They're just trying to make Mike feel comfortable.
Yeah.
He's in the chat, swaying him.
Mike doesn't like the idea of penis or the Bible touching penis.
Anna wants to know if she does it to women too or just men.
Just men.
That's not fun.
Why not women? Women, you know, they could be doing things in public too.
No, they don't. Women don't.
They don't do public masturbation?
Mm-mm.
You've never read,
like 40.
you've never spent time on a subway.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, nowadays people eat other people's faces off with a little bit of bath salt, Ethan.
Abaddon 380 says this is a mistake. Matt Becker says, I don't like it. I love it. Some people, I mean, it's mixed reactions. It's stupid, but if you like it, EVS, do it, says Monroe.
It's not stupid. It's a commentary on society.
Yeah.
Andrew Huerta says, don't listen to Mike. It's iconic. That it doesn't get bigger than iconic.
God level.
Anna against is saying a girl in my high school was caught doing it in computer class.
It's terrible.
In high school.
Why would you catch her doing it in school?
Probably because in computer class you're sitting in a row. Yeah. You just look down and you say, "Huh, that's weird."
Pretend you're not seeing it. That's what I would do.
Yeah. But you are.
But I am seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm causing it.
she's looking at you the whole time.
Cecil likes me tonight. Cecil
got me.
Quite a few times. It's very good. Well, all right. I don't know. It's 3 a.m. How long?
Where do we go from here?
I don't know. Jail. You know.
Nope. That's Friday for me.
Anna says the teacher thought she was on her phone texting, and it turned out she was masturbating.
Wow.
That's like a very special episode of Barbarella.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barbarella would fix her.
How many people are watching right now? Like 3?
1,100, almost 1,200.
She would slam the book down and say, "Focus on your screen."
Mike says, take the money you would invest into this idea and buy Bitcoin.
Oh, no way. Trying to make money. I'm going to lose it.
Why is Mike so obsessed with Bitcoin?
Ethan is trying to capitalize on the masturbation trend.
Ooh,
very
Anna said everyone called her Sharpie Girl after that.
Oh, she was using Sharpies.
Nice.
Yeah.
I would have gone for a Marks a lot.
I bet she was popular. Sharpie Girl?
Mike's so negative. Why is Mike so negative? Vasin Kasai, who is always pointed, he's always on the money. He says, hey, Mike, are you going to stop drawing and just grift for Bitcoin?
Yeah, he's a plant. Globalist plant.
Yeah. Step says, UK waking up to EVS, the best part of waking up.
Oh, this is a great day for the UK, July 4th. This is the day we kicked the shit out of you and told you get the fuck out of here. And we've been living high on the hog ever since. Suck a dick.
Yes.
They don't like that. The British people do not like Independence Day. They don't get happy about it. When you mention it, like they saw, I'm like, it's been 200 years, enough time's gone by.
Get over it.
Yeah. They haven't gotten over it, 250 years, probably. What do you think?
Not yet.
I can't do the math.
In 26, it will be 250.
Yeah.
In 2026, it'll be 250.
Step says, shut up, colonials. To UK. They're so angry about it.
Oh,
what? Just because you had the strongest army in the world and a bunch of farmers kicked the shit out of you?
You guys lined up in a row.
Sure. Yeah. Bunch of jerk-offs. Wore red.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore, do they?
No.
Hey, can you guys all stand in a row for us?
They've always been like that. Like they've always been about honor and combat. Like they were against the crossbow. Like the British are against progress. You know, they're like, no, it takes skill. It's wrong to kill unless you can do it with skill. Use a bow and arrow. And people are like, oh, okay, yeah, you keep using bows and arrows. This is a crossbow. Reload.
People are calling me British because my father is from London, but no, I was born in the United States.
Yeah. Just, I mean, you know, look, we'll lend and lease you whatever you need to move on over there.
We kicked the fuck out of them because they taxed a breakfast beverage.
My family housed George Washington when he was in a temporary retreat. Yeah.
In Vietnam?
No, in Pennsylvania, Malin Hall, 1777, September 15th, Battle of the Clouds, which would have been a major battle, apparently, except it rained like a son of a gun.
Well, you know, now that I'm not a Democrat, I could be happy that Trump is going to have the biggest fireworks display in the history of Earth tomorrow.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, biggest flyover, biggest fireworks.
Is that what they're actually saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, awesome.
Well,
No record.
no networks are covering it. Like they're all like, we're not going to show it.
It doesn't matter. You're going to be able to hear it from any part of the country, he said.
What a bunch of eunuchs. You know,
a lot of those bombs, they go, bombs have expiration dates.
Wait, is it fireworks or is he going to bomb us?
No, they're warning DC. They've been warning DC this week that it's not, because it's supposedly it's going to be so loud that people are going to think they're under attack. So they've been warning them all week that this is going to be like a major fireworks display, massive, and tons of flyovers, the entire Air Force, basically.
Wouldn't that be the perfect time to attack, though? Is when you tell everyone, hey, guys, you're going to think you're under attack, but you're really not. Don't react.
That's
If
it.
you're a foreign nation, like if you're Russia, that'd be the time to do it.
Yeah, and Instagram is down too. That's the best time.
Yeah. Yeah, all these little technical snafus on the internet lately. It's all leading up to 4th of July today.
They're going to cover that shit. This guy's going to blow up half of DC tomorrow. He's got tanks rolling through DC right now. No one's ever done this shit. Tank heist.
Oh, is it going to be like a big military thing like North Korea?
Yeah, he's having all the tanks roll through DC, and he's having the entire Air Force, and then like the Army Air and the Navy Air Force go. Yeah. It's the biggest flyover in the country's history and the biggest fireworks display in the country's history.
Surface to air missiles going off.
Yeah, get rid of those Scuds or whatever the hell they are.
Mm-hmm.
They got expiration dates. You got to blow them up. Otherwise, you're just throwing them out.
You think he was like, how big can we make this?
Let's do it.
Can we take out the Washington Monument?
I think they're actually going to make it into a missile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, these SJWs are crying right now.
Oh, no.
I'm looking at Drudge Report, and they're reporting that, Mad Magazine has died, and they're tying it into a John Waters story, like a John Waters interview, that weirdo?
Yeah. Waters. Movie director?
Yeah. And it's
polyester.
Quote, yes.
Not a weirdo. He's the guy who single-handedly saved the pencil mustache. He's a hero.
Okay, well, let's have a look at him real quick here. There he is with his pencil, Cecil, I can see you looking like this in like 50 years. This is old man Cecil. And, if you just put the mask on, I don't know. Like, this is kind of how I picture you.
I would take that. I would take that now. Forget about 50 years.
Yeah.
You're vast improvement.
Wow. Look at this. Do you think Trump has become successful in part because he deployed similar tactics of shock and attention grabbing as you did? I can do the same voice. When I was on Bill Maher with Andrew Breitbart, Breitbart said to me, I do the same thing you do. We're just on different sides, which is true. So I get why Trump supporters like Trump, because he's doing what he said he was going to do. And we hate him so much. He makes us crazy. Does he offend liberal sensibilities in the way your work did? And John Waters says, I don't think I actually do offend liberal sensibilities, though. I'm a bleeding heart liberal. I make fun of my own rules, but in some ways, I don't violate the rules. I think I love everything I make fun of, and certainly Trump does not love what he makes fun of, although he used to be what he makes fun of. He was a liberal, wasn't he? I mean, a little bit of one. Does he make you laugh? Never. But neither do most of the Democratic character candidates running now either. And you could argue it's not a funny time. Which is true.
This is coming from the guy who had a cross-dressing actor eat actual dog poo in a film.
Yeah. Smash cut to this.
I love John Waters. I don't care what either of you say.
Mad Magazine to cease publication. This is all part of it not being a funny time. Like, it's so not funny that Mad Magazine has ceased publication. Right?
I have to find that issue that I bought for my nieces. I'm not joking. I handed it to him and told him it was funny, and it was on a road trip. It was at a Jersey rest stop. We grabbed it, and they just threw it up to me, and I read it, and it was abysmal. I mean, nothing funny, nothing, not one joke. And who was in the credits there? Cena Grace. No joke. Not even a joke.
Cena Grace is not funny, I don't think.
He's no John Waters. I'll give him that.
Well, maybe kind of.
I got off the angel dust, Mom. You can get off the booze.
Yeah.
Polyester.
Not a funny time. I think it is funny in a way. I mean, yeah, we got to fight. We're winning our culture back. And that's why they're crying. I mean, we are winning our culture back.
Jebediah.
What about Jebediah?
Jebediah Leland.
I like John Waters movies, though. But
Yeah.
I didn't like Mad Magazine. It was pretty bad. But I liked it back in, when I was a little kid, it was the funniest fucking thing you could get. Like,
Yeah.
Late 80s, and I loved it.
Yeah. Well, it was cool. Like, the idea of Mad Magazine was funnier than Mad Magazine actually was. Like, it had a lot of little things in it. Like, I love the little Sergio Aragonés cartoons, and I love that. Like, Spy versus Spy, I guess. The
movie parodies.
Yeah, look, but it wasn't really good, man. It just, and lately, it just hasn't. I don't know. They need better writers.
My sister gave me a box set. It's a box of 4 hardcover books of every fold-in. Like oversized. Really cool.
That is cool. I like that. I do like that. I just, I don't know. To me, it is a funny time. And I seeing them cry, seeing them break down over this. And you have to understand, like, this election is going to be a big deal because, Ruth Bader Ginsburg probably died like a year ago.
They're doing a weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, like almost certainly. Like, they're just like, okay, well, she's on vacation.
Look how fit she is.
Yeah. Trump's whole thing, Trump's slogan should be Trump 2020 ruthless. That's what his slogan should be. Because replacing Ruth Bader Ginsburg is ball game. It's like whoever gets to replace Ruth Bader Ginsburg on the Supreme Court, that's the end. And they know that. That's why they're acting like this right now. So his slogan should be ruthless. Like, because
I saw a segment on Colbert where he went to the gym with her. It was hysterical.
Really?
In great shape. No, it was really sad. It was like, I don't know what they were trying to do.
Killing, are you okay? Please. Yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, if he, this election is everything. Like, if the Democrats win, they're going to be able to come back from the edge a little bit. But if they lose it, it's over, man. It's ball game. Like, the country is going to go hard right, like, immediately, for a generation. There's no turning back from that. The Supreme Court is everything. So, I'm talking about like what's going to happen, like how things are gonna go, like with this election. It's going to be kooky. I do believe things are going to get worse and worse. Until November of 2020 is halfway over. I guess. I hope. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the last election was really intense. I don't know. I mean, who are the Democrats really going to be able to put up against Trump?
It's going to be Biden and Warren. That's my guess.
Yeah, they're going to be shredded, though.
Yeah. So Joe Biden and Elizabeth Warren. I would like to see Elizabeth Warren debate Pence. Mike Pence was masterful. I was so proud of Mike Pence when he debated that little Tim Dwarf guy. Every Tim I know was a little annoying dwarf.
I don't remember who the hell did he debate.
What is it?
Jersey guy, Jersey senator.
No.
Tim Kaine?
Yeah, Delaware, I think. Delaware senator.
I don't remember. That seemed like 10 years ago, and it was only like 2.5 years ago.
Tim Doyle, Tim Lim. Like what? Do I know a cool Tim?
Tim Sale. No. You don't. Didn't you have an? No. That was Mark. Who was it? The Spider-Man guy. Draws really fast. You hadn't a run-in with him.
I did.
Yeah. Who's the Spider-Man guy who draws really fast?
I don't know.
Something. True New Warriors.
Oh, Mark Bagley.
Mark Bagley.
Yeah. He's not Tim.
Yeah. I was wrong.
No, I remember the guy who got mad at you for playing the keyboard. Who was that?
That was the critter.
Mike McNulty. Who was it?
Yeah.
Was the Hellboy guy?
Huh?
The guy from Hellboy, right?
Yeah.
Because you were going with that goddamn keyboard, driving him up the wall.
Well, I don't know why music upsets anyone. I can't relate to that.
Someone's saying I'm sobering up too much. I am though, but I got a long week ahead of me. I've been drinking all day.
Well, we've done enough. I think we've been charming. I think we've been fun. I think we've brought enlightenment and joy to the world.
Absolutely.
I'm proud of Cecil in particular. I'm proud of John Malin in the abstract. I'm proud of everyone who was a part of this. I'm very proud of everyone in the chat right now as well. And thank you for super chats. I appreciate you. Some people are pointing out Tim Curry is cool. That's true. Tim Curry, I like.
Tim Conway died recently.
Tim Conway was cool too. So famous Tims are mostly okay. Happy 4th of July, guys. Happy Independence Day. This is a great, great anniversary. It is last year we were lining up comic skaters. Mitch Breitweiser launched Red Rooster a year ago to today. I remember that. I remember promoting Red Rooster on the 4th of July.
Yeah, there's a lot going on right about this time last year.
Yeah.
A lot about to go on too. I mean, it's like I said, it's going to be a big month.
Absolutely.
Shit's about to pop off.
Barb Rogers says, keep doing God's work. It's better to have your balls smashed by a Bible than a hammer and a sickle any day. By Barella. Love it. What a great slogan. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you again tomorrow. And thank you, guys. Thank you, Cecil. Thank you, John.
Happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.